had nothing but great things to say about the company, about the process.
David is professional.
If anybody mentions the word metal, we say we know a guy and give them the phone number to Mueller.
Find out more at MuellerINC.com.
Hi, this is Rodney Anderson. The real estate market in North Texas is crazy, and if you're purchasing or refinancing and want a low competitive mortgage rate, contact my office today at 1-800-EXPRESS and ask about our adjustable rate mortgages. That's 1-800-EXPRESS, or easily apply at RodneyAnderson.com.
With approved credit, terms subject to change without notice. Equal housing lender, NMLS ID 2129, not affiliated with a government entity. Milo NMLS ID 196730, 3000 Village Parkway, number 400, Highland Village, Texas 75077.
Now back to Countdown to Kickoff. And we are back looking at the west portion of the state of Texas. I'm John Hendry. I'm with Jimmy the St. Christopher. And I'll tell you what, Hereford, you know they have got to be happy that they are back home after two really, really tough road trips. Although the first road trip was kind of short, just up the road to Amarillo, but they had a tough time with the Caprock Longhorns, 54-7. And then they go over 270 miles to Wichita Falls, and the Old High Coyotes put a 52-28 shellacking on Hereford. They finally come home to Whiteface Stadium. They will host Shallowater on Friday night.
And that's on KPAN AM and KPAN FM as well.
Mm-hmm. One of the classic radio stations in West Texas, 860 AM. Used to be able to hear them all over the Texas Panhandle. Great station out there. The old Family station. Mm-hmm. Got new and old. Hey, the Comanche Indians, they are on the road again. And they are, I'm sorry, they're not on the road. Well, I guess they'll be on the road from the high school to the stadium because they'll host the early Longhorns. They're hosting a helicopter. Yeah, they're hosting a closer Brown County team than what they played last week when they played at Bangs. And one of our affiliates out in Comanche, it's KYOX. I found this amazing. I went and looked at their website today. The AM station will host the Comanche game, but the FM station, they do a six-man game every week. Have you ever seen a six-man football game?
Yes, I have.
Isn't that not the greatest thing?
It's nuts.
It is nuts. But their game this week is the Zephyr Bulldogs hosting the Waco Eagle Christian Academy Eagles. Zephyr 1-1 on the year. Waco Eagle Christian is 1-0. And I watch six-man football, but I never actually heard a six-man football broadcast. I may have to tune in on this. Yeah. They'll be on KYOX. They'll have the six-man broadcast. So I may have to tune in and listen to that tonight. Wow. That should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that would.
We talked about Comanche. The Dublin Lions on the road. I cannot read my notes. Yes, they are. They're at Anson tonight. And those De Leon Bearcats, they're at Valley Mills tonight. De Leon and Dublin, two neighboring schools at just to the east of Comanche, between Comanche and Stephenville out there.
And Amarillo, Tascosa, the Rebels 5A1, number 5 ranked. Tough test for them, John. They're hosting 2-0 Odessa Permian.
Well, the Permian Panthers, they had a win over Abilene on the road, 17-3, and they beat Waco Midway. They beat the Panthers 41-20 at Rattler Stadium in Odessa. So, it's going to be a tough test, another tough test for Tascosa, who should say comes in at number 5 in the state. More to talk about in West Texas on Countdown to Kickoff from TSN.
You can depend on a Mueller metal roof.
We were fortunate enough to be able to build a house on family land, and we've really enjoyed being out here.
We couldn't ask for a better place to raise our boys.
Our home builder, I don't believe, had ever had an experience with working with Mueller, and had nothing but great things to say about the company, about the process.
David is professional.
If anybody mentions the word metal, we say we know a guy and give them the phone number to Mueller.
Find out more at MuellerINC.com.
I like to say that we're a 5-star hotel for athletes. When people walk in these hangars, probably the most common thing I hear is, wow, these hangars are beautiful.
Mueller Metal Marlins are made to last.
A lot of people know Mueller makes a really good product. We like the metal. It stands the test of time, it's hardy, and everybody was so easy to work with. If we had to do it over again, we would definitely stay with Mueller.
Find out more at MuellerINC.com.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for kids, teens, or young adults. It's just not.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
Bounce into your body.
And nicotine, the same highly addictive substance found in regular cigarettes.
Nicotine can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s.
Affecting learning, memory, attention, and impulse control, and priming the brain for other addictions. Vaping products also come in kid-friendly flavors that can make them appealing to youth.
And many kids also use other drugs, like marijuana, in vaping devices.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media.
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping, because when you talk, they hear you.
For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Hello, I'm the Saint. You ain't. Jimmy Christopher. John Henry ain't either. He's John Henry, and you ain't. So we're doing the West. We're just capping up here, the fastest hour radio countdown to kickoff.
Let's take a look at some games. How about the Idalou Wildcats? They are state ranked again. They are the number 10 team in 3A Division II, and they are heading on the road to meet the third-ranked Holiday Eagles. How about that? Idalou comes in with wins over Sweetwater, 38-20, and New Deal, 14-9. Those Bushland Falcons, you think, wait a minute, Bushland? Where is Bushland? Bushland is...
Yeah, where?
They are
Mr. Travel Man.
Thank you. They are a community on I-40 just outside of Amarillo. I remember when I lived in Amarillo that Bushland was a grain tank. That was it.
That was it.
Now,
it's like Frisco.
Yeah, exactly. Now they are a 3A Division I school. They're ranked number 10 in the state, and they've got a big game coming up, hosting the Childress Bobcats on Friday night. So Bushland Falcons doing pretty good. And the Sweetwater Mustangs, they are looking for their first win of the year, and they've got a home game against Pecos. So Sweetwater, a tough loss to Idalou to open the season, 38-20, and then the Lakeview Chiefs handed them a 39-25 loss, but they'll try to get on the winning side, hosting Pecos tonight. Jimmy, that's going to do it for Countdown to Kickoff.
Went by just like that. Sometime we're going to have to try to stump John and find out if there's a town in Texas that he does not know about.
I doubt it.
See ya.
My name is Dre, and I had a stroke when I was only 16 years old.
It was a normal Saturday. He played 2 games back-to-back. During the games, something was off. He said his arm felt heavy. By 1 a.m., he was in emergency brain surgery because he was having a stroke.
I didn't want to, but I felt like I was just giving it.
That's when I found American Heart Association. They saved me that night. I don't know if Dre would be here today if it wasn't for the work that the American Heart Association has done.
The American Heart Association supports life-saving research that leads to medical breakthroughs. We are fighting to help prevent death from heart disease and stroke, educating people on prevention and early detection,
KRXT
and working
FM,
every day to find treatments and cures so you and your loved ones can live happier, healthier lives.
It's time to talk Rockdale Tiger football with head coach and athletic director Jacob Cancy at Rockdale High School. Brought to you today by Rockdale Federal Credit Union. And now, here's Jay Davis.
Welcome to the Coach Jacob Cancy Show on 98.5 KRXT. I'm Jay Davis. We'll be speaking with Rockdale Tiger head coach Jacob Cancy about the Tigers' loss to Taylor last week. We'll take our weekly look around the district, and we'll preview this week's game as the Tigers take on Lexington. All that and more coming up on the Coach Jacob Cancy Show on 98.5 KRXT. Stay with us.
Rockdale Federal Credit Union presents debt consolidation loans up to $10,000 for 48 months as low as 6.99%. Home equity loans are as low as 4.25%. Also, call the audio response for members to make transfers. Now you can call Rockdale Federal Credit Union's audio response, make transfers, loan payments, and check balances, or download the mobile app. Rockdale Federal Credit Union, membership owned, membership driven. Make them your financial choice in Rockdale and Thorndale. Member NCUA. All deposits are insured up to $250,000.
Back on the Coach Jacob Cancy Show on 98.5 KRXT. Jay Davis now joined by Rockdale Tiger head coach Jacob Cancy. Well, Coach, the Tigers fell to Taylor in a thriller 55-41 last week in the home opener. Of course, it was a back-and-forth game. Taylor got out in front by a couple of scores. The Tigers were kind of chasing the Ducks from there, just couldn't quite get the corner turned. But really, it was just quite a game overall.
Yeah, it was an interesting game. When you go back and look at it, you know, we scored 41 points, and there was 4 possessions there in the first half where we really sputtered. And I think if we score half of those possessions, and we're probably on the top side of a shootout. And I think what's frustrating about that is that it was never really them that stopped us. It was 100% us, which was opposite the first week. You know, we took all those possessions. Then we obviously played better in the second half offensively, but there's 4 possessions there early that we really wish we'd have back. I know when I watched the film, I'm pretty sick. You know, one of them was some penalties killed us late, and then in the red zone, close to the red zone, get a few penalties or a penalty, and then put the ball on the ground once. And some of that stuff's going to happen, but just kind of shot ourselves in the foot there, and really should have been able to score with them. I think it probably should have been 34 all at halftime, or easily could have been.
I think one important aspect that stands out for the Tigers was, and you mentioned this in the postgame, was that they did show a lot of heart and they continued to compete. They just kept on battling throughout that game.
Yeah, I mean, that's 8 quarters of the MO of this team right now is they're not going away, which is great. We've got to stop putting ourselves in a position where we don't have to go away. That's going to be the next step, is that when we play well, we're playing really well, and when we play bad, it's right now there at times it's bad. And so if we can find that consistency, you love the characteristics of fighting. You know, we're down, I don't know, maybe we got down 3 scores in that first half. Score right before halftime, score again out of the half, and before you know it, it's a 1-score game. And most of the second half went back and forth between a 1-score game and a 2-score game, where they'd score and then we'd answer, and they'd score, we'd answer, and you're one stop away from getting that stop that you're going to go score and tie it up. And so the fight is there. The kids are playing their tail off. Once we fix those things, technically and the schematic things, will be just fun.
And more in a moment. You're listening to the Coach Jacob Cancy Show on 98.5 KRXT. Stay with us.
Rockdale Federal Credit Union presents debt consolidation loans up to $10,000 for 48 months as low as 6.99%. Home equity loans are as low as 4.25%. Also, call the audio response for members to make transfers. Now you can call Rockdale Federal Credit Union's audio response, make transfers, loan payments, and check balances, or download the mobile app. Rockdale Federal Credit Union, membership owned, membership driven. Make them your financial choice in Rockdale and Thorndale. Member NCUA. All deposits are insured up to $250,000.
Well, back on the Coach Jacob Cancy Show on 98.5 KRXT. Jay Davis once again joined by Rockdale Tiger head coach Jacob Cancy. Well, Coach, around District 11-3 Division 1 last week, Franklin beat Mahia 77-13. Troy fell to Lexington 43-24. Lorena beat West 21-15. Cameron beat Yoakum 62-28. Academy fell to Lago Vista 43-29, and McGregor fell to Groesbeck 28-14. Around District 11-3 Division 1 this week, Franklin hosts Diboll. Troy hosts Rogers. Lorena is at Cedar Hill Trinity. Cameron hosts Waco Conley. Academy is at Hillsboro, and McGregor hosts Gatesville. Of course, the Tigers have been challenged in both of their games so far, and the key is that they've responded. When the Tigers have faced adversity, they step up and have an answer, and they keep battling. It's we talked about it a little bit earlier, but when you have that kind of fight, that kind of mentality, that's got to mean that there's likely good things coming down the road for the Tigers.
If we'll stay where we're at mentality-wise and how we're working right now, I believe a lot of the mistakes that we're making right now will clean themselves up, and when we play clean football, it's going to be scary because right now this team has no go away in them, and the other night even more adversity than the first week. And so I think that's a great trait. I've told them it's a characteristic you're going to have week in and week out. However, we have to start playing better football. We have to start tackling better. We have to start putting ourselves in a better spot, leveraging things, leveraging people, and then obviously, I thought false starts hurt us the other night, and they didn't hurt us week one. We had multiple false starts and big times that put us off schedule, and so we keep, against a good team and against a team like Taylor who has tremendous athleticism and stresses you offensively. We felt like certainly after watching the film we should have been able to match them score for score and not had those drives in the first half that sputtered. But man, I love where the kids' mentality is. That they practice their tail off, they play their tail off, and they're a joy to be around, and they're working really hard.
And we'll preview this week's game against Lexington in just a moment. You're listening to the Coach Jacob Cancy Show on 98.5 KRXT. Stay with us.
Rockdale Federal Credit Union presents debt consolidation loans up to $10,000 for 48 months as low as 6.99%. Home equity loans are as low as 4.25%. Also, call the audio response for members to make transfers. Now you can call Rockdale Federal Credit Union's audio response, make transfers, loan payments, and check balances, or download the mobile app. Rockdale Federal Credit Union, membership owned, membership driven. Make them your financial choice in Rockdale and Thorndale. Member NCUA. All deposits are insured up to $250,000.
Back on the Coach Jacob Cancy Show at 98.5 KRXT. Jay Davis once again joined by Rockdale Tiger head coach Jacob Cancy. Of course, the Tigers take on the Lexington Eagles this week. Lexington returns 7 starters on offense and 8 on defense. This is KRXT FM 98.5 Rockdale.
Este es KRXT FM 98.5 Rockdale.
Been known as a team that will battle and give you everything they've got. Let's get into this game, Coach. First, let's talk about the Lexington offense against the Rockdale defense.
It's a spread attack, a multiple spread attack, and they got a freshman back there slinging it who's going to be pretty special down the road. He's pretty good right now. Named Case Evans, and so he has a great arm. He's going to get better week by week, and certainly improve from week 1 to week 2. For them offensively, it's all about Dalen Washington, the tremendous athlete out wide. They'll move him around, put him in the backfield. They'll snap it to him. He kind of plays the same role that Jared Kerr did a couple years ago, who they'll get it to him a number of different ways, and he's special, long, athletic. He's state champion hurdler, and so have to get him on the ground. That's first and foremost. Tackling him in space is paramount because they're going to get him in space, and so that's kind of the name of the game, right? They're going to spread you out, and they're going to do some stuff similar to what we do offensively, but they do a great job of getting the ball in space to some of their speedsters that we have to make sure we tackle better in space and get them on the ground this week.
And let's look at the Tiger offense against the Eagle defense.
This is the one that's always fun because these guys, I have so much respect for Kirk and what he does defensively and what he's always done. Scheme-wise, it's traditional Lexington. They're a 4-3 cover 0, bring the house. Alignment style defense where they're going to blitz formations, they're going to blitz tendencies, and their kids are always really, really well coached, and they like to play on your side of the line of scrimmage. And so up front for us, I feel like the last 2 weeks we've run the ball well. We've run the ball probably better than I thought we might early in the season, and so I'm looking forward to this test for our O-line because it's going to be that first real aggressive front that is trying to penetrate and trying to shoot upfield and trying to create havoc in the backfield, and looking forward to them, that challenge for them, and seeing if they can handle it. And then again, you play a team like this, you got to be able to throw and catch it some. You got to be able to take those shots and complete those fade balls and run by people and catch it and throw and catch it. And so throwing and catching it, big emphasis this week on consistently throwing and catching the ball. Bladen did a great job last year. He understands that pressure is going to come quick with these guys. You don't have very long to sit back there and hold it. And so it's 1, 2, 3, ball out. He's done a great job of that all week long. And that's just a year being and seeing what we're doing. And you don't even have to tell him that when he comes in. He goes, all right, same defense coach, and we're watching film, and he knows ball's got to be out now. Can't sit back there, and so he's had a great week with that. And so it's a challenging defense because they're always so sound and they do such a great job. But it's a great test for us.
That's Rockdale Tiger head coach Jacob Cancy on the Coach Jacob Cancy Show at 98.5 KRXT. Next week, we'll speak with Coach Cancy about the outcome of this week's game against Lexington, and we'll preview next week's game as the Tigers take on Tuscola Gem Ned. For now, for Coach Jacob Cancy, I'm Jay Davis. So long, everybody.
This has been the Jacob Cancy radio program. A talk about Rockdale Tiger football brought to you by Rockdale Federal Credit Union. The Standards Home Health Pregame Show on KRXT FM.
A very, very pleasant good evening to you from Tiger Field in Rockdale. Time for the Standards Home Health Pregame Show on 98.5 KRXT. Jay Davis and A.J. Whiteside with you as the Rockdale Tigers take on the Lexington Eagles. The Tigers are seeking their second win of the year, while the Eagles come in undefeated in their 2 games so far. This game here at Tiger Field in Rockdale, home game for the Rockdale Tigers, and of course it is Gold Out Night and Men of Influence Night as well. Gold Out Night, a special evening. And so we'll set you up for this game in just a bit. Pregame show is brought to you by Standards Home Health on 98.5 KRXT. More after this. Stay with us.
If you live with a chronic condition, Standards Home Health has a Live Well program. Live Well is support provided by a core team of physicians, nurse practitioners, nurses, therapists, social workers, and spiritual providers. A healthcare professional is available 24/7. If you live with kidney disease, Alzheimer's disease, COPD, cancer, diabetes, or stroke, you are provided with comprehensive care, nutritional knowledge, discomfort management, and clinical support in order to keep moving forward with life. Inquire today about the Live Well program at Standards Home Health.
We welcome you back to Tiger Field in Rockdale. Jay Davis, A.J. Whiteside with you on the Standards Home Health Pregame Show on 98.5 KRXT as the Rockdale Tigers play host to the Lexington Eagles. The Tigers are 1-1 on the year after falling to Taylor last week. The Rockdale Tigers and the Taylor Ducks engaged in a high-scoring back-and-forth affair here at Tiger Field, and the Ducks made enough plays to stay a step ahead of the Tigers as the Ducks beat the Tigers 55-41 in the 2022 Rockdale home opener and senior night for the Tigers last week. The Ducks got on the board first on a 17-yard touchdown run by Andreas Fisher to give the Ducks the first lead. Extra point was no good. Ducks led 6-0 with 10:26 to go in the first quarter. After a Tiger kickoff return, the Tigers got on the board with a 32-yard touchdown pass to Robert Owens. With the extra point, the Tigers led 7-6 with 9:39 to go in the first quarter. Taylor responded as Ryan Valdez threw a 20-yard touchdown pass to Jarvis Anderson for a 13-7 lead with 5:24 to go in the first. Then, moments later, the Ducks found the end zone again as Andreas Fisher scored on a 41-yard touchdown run to make it 20-7 in favor of the Ducks with 4:35 to go in the first quarter. The Tigers responded with a 10-play, 54-yard drive as quarterback Bladen Barczyk threw a 36-yard touchdown pass to freshman DeAndre Stevens to close the gap to 20-14 with 1:40 to go in the first quarter. Then early in the second quarter, Taylor drove down the field, going 82 yards in 10 plays, ending with a 43-yard touchdown pass to Jarvis Anderson to extend the Ducks' lead to 27-14 with 7:03 to go in the first half. Moments later, the Ducks fumbled the ball, and the Tigers fumbled the ball, I should say, and the Ducks recovered. That led to a 26-yard touchdown run by Fisher that gave the Ducks a 34-14 lead with 4:24 to go in the half. Then the Tigers found the end zone again as Zeke Castro scored on a 9-yard touchdown run. That ended an 11-play, 59-yard drive. The extra point was blocked. The Tigers trailed 34-20 with 1:07 to go in the first half. That was the score at halftime. The Tigers got on the board in the third quarter with an 8-yard touchdown run by Barczyk to close the gap to 34-27 with 5:33 left in the third quarter. The Ducks answered right back, getting a 9-play, 66-yard drive with a 12-yard touchdown run by Fisher to make it 41-27 Taylor with 2:37 to go in the third. The Tigers responded in the final minute of the third with a 22-yard touchdown pass to Riley Spears and ended an 8-play, 50-yard drive to close the gap 41-34 with 48 seconds to go in the third. Taylor responded again, though. A 12-play, 81-yard drive ended with a 4-yard touchdown run by Fisher to make it 48-34 Ducks with 9:35 to go in the game. Tigers tried to battle back with the drive, but they turned it over on downs with the drive ending on the Taylor 2.5-yard line with 6:42 to go in the game. Taylor would eventually have to punt. The Tigers got the ball back. The next drive at 52 yards in 6 plays. And then with a 37-yard touchdown run by Bladen Barczyk, giving the Tigers hope late in the game. However, the Ducks responded with a 62-yard touchdown pass to Treos Richardson with 1:02 left in the game to seal it. That was just a backbreaker there, that final score. Barczyk was 10-22 passing for 198 yards and 3 touchdowns. Barczyk also rushed 23 times for 151 yards and 2 touchdowns. Kemar Spencer had 17 carries for 80 yards for the Tigers. For the Ducks, Andreas Fisher had 24 carries for 241 yards and 4 touchdowns. AJ, the Tigers fell behind. They kept trying to battle back, but they just could not get that corner turn. The Ducks just stayed a step ahead.
Exactly, and of course that's what you always get when you have that. You want that 2-score lead, like Taylor had most of the night. You always have a little cushion to play with there, but that was a loss that the Tigers could take a whole lot of stuff from, a whole lot of good things from. I like the way this team battles back. They don't give up, and you have the mindset now that, hey, guess what? Now you have to give us the ball, and you look at it as fans, broadcasters, or what have you, that they can march the ball down the field. And, of course, that's just a good feeling to have. Coach Cancy feel the same way about his football team this year, that they just do not give up, and they're going to fight until the end. So hopefully the Tigers can continue that, and that would be a great trait to have if they to go through this football season.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something Coach Cancy and I talked about in the pregame, that that having that resiliency. Around District 11-3 Division I this week, Franklin hosts Diboll, Troy hosts Rogers, Lorena is at Cedar Hill Trinity, Cameron hosts Waco Conley, Academy is at Hillsboro, and McGregor hosts Gatesville. So that's a look at a look around District 11-3 Division I this week. We'll dig into the tonight's game a little bit here. Tonight's game, the Lexington Eagles, the Rockdale Tigers hosting the Lexington Eagles. Lexington always showing that they're gamers. They're willing to take on anybody and everybody. That that goes back a ways, and they've maintained that tradition, that mindset. The Eagles have a freshman quarterback taking the snaps, Case Evans. Coach Jacob Cancy thinks he'll be special down the road. Remember, the Eagles had Sheldon Springer starting as a freshman in 2018. He was out with an injury when the Tigers played Lexington that year, as I recall. And but Cancy, but he came back and I think we covered them in the playoffs that year, and saw him play, and then saw him what's the word? Not consecutive. In following years. Anyway, I'm trying to dig for too fancy a word there. But anyway, in the following years, we saw him play, and he was a good one, certainly. But that's the kind of same thing to do in here with the young quarterback, Case Evans. The Eagles will look to their top player, Dalen Washington. They're going to have him out wide, and then move him around on the field. They'll have him in the backfield and snap it to him some. They'll have him move to different receiver spots, similar to the role Jared Kerr played several years ago. And, Washington is a special athlete. He was a state champion hurler in the spring. The Eagles want to get the ball to him in space. They'll get it to him in several different ways. Cancy noted that generally the Eagles want to get the ball in space to some of their speedsters. And one thing Coach Kirk Mole tells me all the time, in our pregame interview, we have the Coach Kirk Mole show earlier in this afternoon, in our Friday afternoons, of course. But one thing he tells me all the time in our pregame interviews is that he wants to use the entire field, deep and wide, the depth of the field, plus the depth of the field as far as deep with vertical passing, and the width from sideline to sideline. He wants to use the entire field, getting the ball to their guys. So that's something the Tigers will have to watch for. On defense, Cancy said it's, traditional Lexington. Basically, bring the kitchen sink. Essentially, they run a 4-3 defense, cover zero look. That means, no safeties back on defense to defend deep. That's what coaches mean when they say cover 2, cover 3. It's a number of safeties that are back to keep the defense safe from the deep pass. Cancy said the Eagle defense is going to be really aggressive up front and will try to penetrate upfield. They're just going to rush and bring everybody, like they always do. Cancy said the Tigers, they have to be able to throw and catch some, throw some fade routes, and have to be able to execute in the throwing and catching game. He said Tiger quarterback Bladen Barchak knows that he can't just stand in the pocket. It's, 1, 2, 3, and get the ball out of his hands. He said Bladen did a great job of that last year, and he understood the idea coming into practice this week as well. AJ, we've seen traditionally that the Eagles just don't back down to anybody. That was the case with Jason Holcomb years ago, and that's continued to be the case with Kirk Mull now. And what's especially confounding is just the way their defense will just send the house at you. The Eagles are going to be ready, and they're going to give the Tigers a game.
Exactly, and of course, that's just the reputation of the Lexington Eagles. They've had some down years where they did not play as well as they wanted to, but still a pretty good football team, and they're getting that winning tradition back. They have athletes all the time, and of course, they have good coaching staff. They're well coached, and of course, it's just a team to be reckoned with. By no stretch of any imagination, this is going to be an easy contest for the Rockdale Tigers. Tigers just going to have to play sound football and try to play error-free if you can, and not give Lexington anything, because they're going to be a handful without you helping them out in some way.
Absolutely. I want to. I'll take a personal moment here to note the fact that, today is September 9th. Yesterday was the anniversary, would have been the 33rd anniversary, 1989, September 8th, 1989. A lot of Lexington folks recognize that date. That's because that's when Jason Beecham was injured in a football game at Thrall. Of course, I was in 8th grade. I was I was 8th grade in the band, in the Thrall band that night. I was there, and he was injured, and of course he ended up comatose, and number of factors played into that, but he was that affected him the rest of his life, and he was my cousin and my next door neighbor, essentially, as next door as you can get out in the country. But my junior year of high school, when I was driving, I made a point to go by and see him every day, and so I just wanted to, just say, I wanted to make note of the fact that I do remember that, and I know some Lexington folks remember that too, and just want to say, hello to the family. Julie is out and about, and is Jason's sister, and hope she's doing well. So just wanted to make that note. Now let's, as we've got some time here, we will take a look for the Tigers. We're going to, Tigers and the Eagles. In fact, we're going to set up the starting lineups for both teams. Set up first with the Eagles on offense and the Tigers on defense. For the Eagles, the quarterback is, again, freshman Case Evans. Running back is sophomore Caden Chappell. The receivers will be sophomore Owen Rodas, sophomore Mason Bealey, senior Garrett Schneider, and again, the guy to watch for, senior Dalen Washington. Just watch, they'll have him all over the field. The Eagle offensive line, center is sophomore Zach Carter. Guards are seniors Pacho Nava and Colton Claxton. Tackles are sophomores Matthew Ortiz and Grant Herring. The Tigers defensively, the way they'll look along the front. Tackles, Miles Greer, 5'9", 300 senior, and Landon Pounder, 6'1", 240-pound senior. The ends, Ivan Bonner, 5'11", 225-pound senior. Isaiah Sauls, 5'10", 170-pound junior. The linebackers, Ace Taylor, 6', 175-pound sophomore. Cade Pantaleon, 6', 220-pound senior. And also out there, we'll see the Tigers, Mason Village, 6', 235-pound junior. The Gold night is going on, of course, right now for Rockdale and Lexington have both had folks impacted by childhood cancer, of course, tragically. Gunnar Miller, a Rockdale alumnus, he was still young, graduated from Rockdale, but he was diagnosed with cancer, and he is in remission. He is surviving and carrying on, and there's so many others. There's a line of young kids out there, students, teenagers, and so I mean it's something that this is gold out night. Everyone wearing gold. The Tigers will wear they'll wear their gold jerseys, I believe, tonight. No, I'm not sure. Well, anyway, it's gold out night. There's a lot of the T-shirts being sold, raising money for childhood cancer awareness and such. So that's a part of what's going on here tonight. Anyway, continuing with the Tigers lineup, the corners, sophomore Tim Grice, 5'9", 155-pound sophomore, and Tristan Galvan, 6'1", 165-pound senior. And the safeties, Darren Marrero, 5'8", 160-pound junior, and Cruz San Miguel, 5'10", 175-pound junior. Cruz San Miguel moving back from a linebacker to a safety spot there. When the Tigers had the ball on offense, we'll set the Lexington defense first. The tackles will be freshman Gabriel Turner and sophomore Adam Kiesnick. Eagles coach Kirk Mull not afraid to go with youth movement. The ends are senior Garrett Gertis and senior Travis Balcar. Linebackers Lane Magnuson, a senior, Preston McMillan, a senior, and Ian Patchkey, he is a junior. The Eagle corners are Garrett Kiesling. He is a senior. And Keith Woolridge Jr. is a junior. One of those tricky things. He's, the namesake, legacy name there. So
exactly, without a doubt.
So good stuff there. Anyway, but it's just kind of tricky for us to say. Anyway, the safeties are sophomore Joseph Kerr and junior Xander Hartranft. The So we'll set the Tiger offense. Quarterback is junior Bladen Barchek, 5'10", 185-pound junior. The running back, Kemar Spencer, 5'5", 180-pound junior. And kind of a wing-back, H-back, sometimes a fullback, Ronnie Spears, 6', 210-pound junior. The receivers for the Tigers, Eric Shepard, 6', 170-pound sophomore. DeAndre Stevens, 5'11", 145-pound freshman. And, of course, the guy to watch for, Robert Owens, 5'7", 155-pound senior. The Tiger offensive line, Mason Meswich at center, 5'9", 200-pound junior. Guards, Jacob Anderson, 6', 350-pound sophomore. And Tyler Stewart, 5'6", 210-pound senior. And tackles are Lane Rickman, 6', 290-pound senior. And Mason Willard, 6'1", 235-pound junior. That's the starting lineups, and we're closing in on the start of this game. Kickoff coming up, and we'll wrap up the Standards Home Health pregame show after this on 98.5 KRXT. Stay with us.
If you live with a chronic condition, Standards Home Health has a Live Well program. Live Well is support provided by a core team of physicians, nurse practitioners, nurses, therapists, social workers, and spiritual providers. A healthcare professional is available 24/7. If you live with kidney disease, Alzheimer's disease, COPD, cancer, diabetes, or stroke, you are provided with comprehensive care, nutritional knowledge, discomfort management, and clinical support in order to keep moving forward with life. Inquire today about the Live Well program at Standards Home Health.
That's the Standards Home Health pregame show on 98.5 KRXT. Stay with us. Kickoff coming up. The Rockdale Tigers and the Lexington Eagles for Gold Out Night and Men of Honor Night. Kickoff right around the corner on KRXT. Stay with us. The Rockdale Tigers look to get back on the winning track tonight as they play host to the Lexington Eagles. The Tigers are 1-1 on the year after falling to Taylor at home last week, 55-41. The Ducks jumped out to a 2-score lead in the first half, and the Tigers closed the gap but could never quite complete the comeback. Tiger head coach Jacob Cancy saw a point where the game likely turned.
There's 4 possessions there in the first half where we really sputtered, and I think if we score half of those possessions, then we're probably on the top side of a shootout.
Cancy's been impressed with the level of effort the Tigers have shown in the early going of the 2022 season.
If we'll stay where we're at mentality-wise and how we're working right now, I believe a lot of the mistakes that we're making right now will clean themselves up, and when we play clean football, it's going to be scary.
The Tigers have shown fight and battling back, first in a come-from-behind victory over Teague in the season opener, and then they kept fighting to overcome a deficit against Taylor last week. Cancy says that mentality is a great start, but there's something else needed.
I think that's a great trait. I told them it's a characteristic you're going to have week in and week out. However, we have to start playing better football.
The Tigers play host to the Lexington Eagles tonight. Cancy expects one particular player to truly stand out for the Eagles.
For them, offensively, it's all about Dalen Washington. They're a tremendous athlete out wide. They'll move him around, put him in the backfield. They'll snap it to him. He kind of plays the same role that Jared Kerr did a couple years ago. They'll get it to him in a number of different ways. And he's special, long, athletic. He's state champion hurdler.
When it comes to the Lexington defense, Cancy knows what to expect.
Scheme-wise, it's traditional Lexington. They're a 4-3 cover 0, bring the house, alignment-style defense where they're going to blitz formations, they're going to blitz tendencies, and their kids are always really, really well coached, and they like to play on your side of the line of scrimmage.
It's the Rockdale Tigers and the Lexington Eagles, live from Tiger Field in Rockdale. Next.
This is Rockdale Tiger Football for 2022. Brought to you by Capolino Dodd Krebs, Citizens National Bank, Pruitt Insurance, Bosler Energy, Rockdale Welding Supply, Midway Grocery, Perry & Perry Builders, Texas Propane, Bland Construction, Winnie L. Nursing Home, Bradley Plumbing, Kathy Corner, Julio's, Rollo Insurance. Also by Rockdale Country Ford, CarQuest, Parsley's Food Services, Napa, Gaddy's of Rockdale, Oriental Kitchen, Two Doors Down, Scott's Body Shop, Climate Control, Rockdale Estates and Rehabilitation, Catherine Rodham, Rockdale Booster Club, 5 Star Car Wash, Judith Matula, The Ranch, and by Standards Home Health. And now to the Rockdale Country Ford broadcast booth with Jay Davis and A.J. Whiteside for tonight's game.
And a very pleasant good evening to you once again from Tiger Field in Rockdale. Jay Davis, A.J. Whiteside with you as the Rockdale Tigers get set to take on the Lexington Eagles as neighbors, meeting up in this game tonight. I'm sure there's, as it is like it is with Cameron, I'll bet there's friends from churches, there's clubs, I imagine, there's families and all those kind of things. There's all kinds of ties between the two communities being so close, and that's one of the fun things about this.
Exactly, and of course you have, as you said, relatives, good friends, and people that just hang out with each other, do business with each other. That's the good thing about these close ball games, close in proximity. The Lexington and Rockdales, the Lexingtons and Camerons and Rockdale. It's always good and fun time at the football field or whatever the sport might be when you have a situation like this.
I know I have to be careful when I talk about the Lexington kids, because there's a good chance either that they're a kid or grandkid of someone I went to church with, or kinfolk. So and I joked around one time that I was contractually obligated to. Let's see. I'll have to. there was a couple of softball players that when Rockdale played Lexington in softball, that I said I was contractually obligated to say these kids are awesome, because if not, their grandma's going to get after me. And I said, you can tell Diana I said that. Yeah, because she's known me since I was knee-high to a grasshopper, so I know she got a laugh out of that.
You got to get that in, and of course, and we want people to know first that we definitely are a Rockdale Tiger broadcast, but whenever we have these games, we just kind of and people have complimented us on that. We kind of handle them a little differently,
well, sure you do.
You have to, because you have people listening that listens to the station all of the time, and as you would say, as we said before, a lot of people knows each other, and of course, so just bear with us. We and I'm one who like to spread the love and give accolades whenever I can. So, but we really appreciate you listening wherever you're listening from.
Absolutely. The captains meeting up. Bladen Barczyk, Isaiah Sauls, Robert Owens, the captains for the Tigers. For the Eagles, they have a special captain out there, Michael Dill. He's wearing number 19. He's not suited up. He was one of the players. Coach Kurt Mull relayed this story. Actually, when I was in our in the pregame prep, when I was out down on the field as the coin toss is going on, and he told me that there's a toss. He told me that this Michael Dill was diagnosed with cancer on just before two-a-day started, just before summer practice started. So he's been dealing with that. So I know the community is rallying around him. So he's out there as one of the captains. And so Rockdale will receive, I believe Lexington won the toss and deferred. I believe that's correct. And so Rockdale will receive. Rockdale will be working from left to right from our vantage point. And so we're just about ready to go. But that's just, your Gunnar Miller, you have Michael Dill for Lexington. There's another. There have been several folks several students kids who have been impacted by childhood cancer. So that's what Gold Out Night is all about, raising awareness and raising money toward that purpose. Everyone's getting ready for the national anthem, and let's listen in. Big Blue Man from Tigerland with the national anthem. And that is the national anthem. We're just about set for kickoff. Glad you could be with us. The Rockdale Tigers and the Lexington Eagles here at Tiger Field in Rockdale. Getting set for the kickoff coming up. And, of course, the Tigers will be on the road to San Saba to take on Tuscola Jim Ned next week. And we'll have all the action live for you on KRXT, so stay tuned for that. Tigers line up for the kickoff coming up. Daniel Romero handling the kicking chores for the Rockdale Tigers. Tigers dressed in their home blue jerseys with gold numbering and lettering, gold trim, the gold helmets with Tigers in blue script on the side of the helmet. Eagles in their road white jerseys with green numbering and lettering, and green trim, green helmets with the L in gold on the side of the helmet. Here the Tigers and Eagles starting lineups. set for the kickoff for Lexington. 35, Kevin Nava handling the kickoff for the Eagles. For the Tigers, Keith Woolridge and Dayton Washington back deep for the return, but it's a short kick on the return coming to the middle. It's a big block, 30, 35 out to the 40-yard line and brought down there. The Tigers is Tristan Galvan. We're ready to go.
And of course, Tigers got the kickoff. As you said, the Lexington Eagles won the toss, deferred to the second half, and Tigers start on offense. And of course, we've seen some good things from the Tigers, and I'll go ahead and say it this week also. Stay ahead of the chain. Stay ahead of the chain, and of course, limit the mistakes and always make positive plays as you go up the field.
In the gun, Bladen Barczyk, quick pass out the right, flat complete. 45, spinning away, breaks the tackle. DeAndre Stevens out of bounds about the 46-yard line, and forced out of bounds. The first quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Alpha One Chevrolet Buick in Rockdale, investing in Rockdale, investing in you, providing transportation for the KRXT broadcast crew for all out-of-town Tiger games.
And that's a nice start for the Rockdale Tigers. What I like, what I've seen so far this year, is they are spreading the ball around. I mean, some different names and different guys are getting their hands on the football.
Second down at about 4. Quick pass out the left flat, complete. Has room midfield and right at the stick and brought down with the five-star Commonwealth first down. Eric Shepard making the catch for the first down.
Exactly, and of course Shepard that time, and our previous play was a different player, and even last week with the touchdown distribution, the Tigers had different players in the mix.
So the Tigers empty backfield this time. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left from the left hash. Snap back to Barczyk. He'll keep up the middle. Dances across the 45 in Eagle territory down to about the 43-yard line. Gain of about 7 yards. Bring up second down at about 3.
And of course, good job by Rockdale Tigers offensive line there, opening up the hole for Mr. Barczyk, picking up 7 yards, and of course mixing that run with the screen passes, or any kind of passes for that matter, would be very advantageous for the Tigers. Looking good so far on the first 3 plays.
Second down and 3 in the gun on the left hash. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left, 1 back in the backfield. Snap is back. Inside handoff coming right. Spencer battles his way forward. Picked up about a yard. Will bring up third down. And what the Tigers trying to do with the quarterback draw and then the give there, they're trying to, it's kind of like you'd see like Emmitt Smith on the draw back in the day, get the defense to pass rush up the field, and then all of a sudden there goes a run and bust them loose.
Exactly, and that play was kind of slow developing there. Did not pick up a whole lot, but you leave yourself in a good situation.
3rd and 2 at about the 42. Snap is back. Barczyk will keep around the left end. Has room. First down, 35. Down about the 33. That'll be enough for five-star Colorado first down. The Tigers, the offensive linemen, the tackles were able to keep all the defense closed in there, give them a whole lot of size.
And, of course, that was a design run by Mr. Barczyk all alone. He
first and 10, there's a draw up the middle to Kamar Spencer to about the 31-yard line. Yeah, it was a design draw.
Exactly, and of course, he made it look as if he was going to do something else initially, but that was his number was called all alone on that particular play because of great blocking by the offensive line.
2nd and 9 after 1 yard gain by Spencer in the gun. Just inside the left hash, slot receiver to the right, wide out split each side. Snap back to Barczyk, back to throw. Pass out right side complete. Spins away from a tackle, 25 to the 20, to the 15 to the 10, out of bounds. That'll be enough for five-star Colorado first down for Robert Owens.
Exactly, and of course, good job. Once again, mixing it up, running, little screen pass to the left, to the right, runs up the middle. They have them off guard right now.
And the Tigers are in the Ranch red zone with 8:56 to go in the first quarter, no score. Tigers look over to the sideline for the call now. Coach Jacob Cancy making the play calls with input from the running and passing game coordinators. The Tigers, Ethan Brinkley, David Monroe. In the gun from the right hash, 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. They fade on the left side there, all alone there. Back to throw. Barczyk looking that way now. Quick out pass left side, makes a catch. Shepard reaching for the goal line. And no signal yet. Down at the 1, and there's a put-on shoot up until a penalty flag, so let's check the flag.
And, of course, actually, I thought he had gotten in, but evidently his knee had touched the ground and looked like it's coming back.
Holding against the Tigers on the foot of a shoot up until a penalty. I was thinking the same thing, but I never saw the official's arms go up.
Well, nevertheless, it's coming back for a holding penalty, but very well-designed play. It's really just a good catch and run on that. Caught the ball on the left at about the 10-yard line, and, of course, just spun to the inside and raced towards the end zone and thought he had gotten in, but would have been negated anyway because of the penalty.
8:48 to go in the first quarter, no score. 10-yard mark off on a penalty. It'll be first and goal at 20 this time.
And, of course, got to try to stay away from situations like this, but the plus side of that, you have first down.
In the gun now, they shuffle around. They go to an empty backfield. Snap is back. Barczyk back. Quick pass over the middle. The pass tipped and broken up, incomplete. It was Joseph Kerr that was right there with him. Xander Hartroff as well. And so, trying to catch the Eagle defense with a quick pass there, but it's just a little high.
And, of course, as I said, got to stay away from the unwanted penalties because you have the ball at the goal line. And with the first down, or now second down and goal. Second down and 20.
Second and goal at the 20. In the gun. Slot right. Snap is back. Barczyk rolling out to his right. Throwing a pass right side. Dangerous pass, but it's caught. Spinning away. Breaks a tackle at the 15 and pushed out of bounds about the 14-yard line. As DeAndre Stevens, a sophomore, he made a tremendous play. That looked for all the world like it was going to be picked off and back the other way.
Yeah, we had talked earlier about when you're running plays like this, the quick out passes, you're going to have some opportunities for the defense to make a big play, and that's what you're saying. It was just avoided at that particular point.
So, third and goal at about the 13-yard line officially. Just inside the 14-yard line. In fact, in the gun.
See what the Tigers try to get all of this. Or just
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, snap back. Barczyk pump fakes, now looks. Wanted to go with something quick, now throws right side. The pass complete to Owens, and he gets a foot down and goes out of bounds at about the 7-yard line. It will be fourth and goal at the 7. We'll see what the Tigers do here.
And, of course, you always try to get at least half of it. You want to get all of it, but they got exactly half of the yardage needed. They're at the 14 and ended up at the 7. And are they trotting out the field goal unit?
Yep, they're going to send out the field goal unit. It's at the 7, so it'll be a 24-yard field goal attempt.
And I think this is the right move in this situation since you had the penalty to push you way back. And you just want to get something out of this.
To kick it, now we got put on a penalty before the play gets underway. Mason Willard is the deep snapper, offside against the Eagles. On a shoot up until the penalty. Mason Willard is the snapper. The holder is Tyler Thomas, and the kicker, of course, is Daniel Romero. Now it looks like the Tigers are going to go back out and go for it here.
That's what I was going to say. Now I agree with this also. You got 5 yards. Ball is on the 2-yard line. I think you have to go for this touchdown now. I like the play before when you had fourth down from the 7. That's a long ways out.
It's half the distance, so it's about the 3.5-yard line is where they're going to spot it. From the right hash, 2 receivers wide left, 1 receiver to the right, wing back to the right, back the side Barczyk. For the right hash, snap is back, Barczyk back to throw. Sets looks planned over the middle. The pass is incomplete, almost intercepted. It's dropped, but the Tigers will turn it over on downs. They come up empty, and I think it was Joseph Kerr broke up the pass.
Exactly. Of course, I almost had the interception, but I still like the change of mind going for that at that particular time. After you'd gotten the penalty, put the ball on about the 3-yard line. And, of course, I like the fact that they did try to pick up the touchdown, just fell short. Now, get out, play some defense, and, of course, get the ball back. And you should have pretty good field position if you could stop the Eagles. Get a 3-and-out would be what the doctor ordered at this point.
So, Eagles start first and 10. Again, a freshman quarterback in the gun, 2 backs in the backfield. From the left hash, slot receiver to the right, snap is back. give coming wide right. Bouncing out to the 10, 15 to the 20. Look out. 25-30 and pushed out of bounds. That's Dalen Washington moving back into the backfield, and he takes the handoff and takes the ball up the field. And a good 25 out to the 25-yard line, so about 22-yard carry.
And, of course, that's what you call getting the ball out from under your goal post in a hurry.
So Eagles line up quickly. 1st and 10 at the 25. Handoff up the middle to the 40, 45, midfield to the 45, and dragging a man down to the 40-yard line. Dalen Washington again takes a carry, and we'll have a first down for the Eagles.
And, of course, 2 plays, and now they're in Rockdale's territory about the 45-yard line. And, of course, that young man had about 243 some odd yards last weekend in their ball game against, I think they played Troy last week.
Yeah, that is. They beat Thorndale in the thriller in the season opener a couple of weeks ago. And the gun from the right hash, slot receiver to the left. Snap is back. Evans back to throw. Pressure coming. Hit and sacked back at about across midfield at about the 48-yard line.
Number 73 for the Rockdale Tigers in on that stop. And he was there in a hurry, Chad David. And
another David.
Yep, another one. And, of course, big play by the Rockdale Tigers. And, of course, you got to can't let them get out of this.
Put the Eagles back behind the chains there. 2nd down and a long snap back. Evans quick pass out the right flat, complete, and then taken down right away. I think it's Mason Bealey making the catch. He's tackled right away. Tristan Galvan closing in on the stop. Bring up 2nd down.
Okay. And that actually should be 3rd down, right?
Yeah, 3rd down. And you are absolutely right. The sack was 1st down. That was 2nd down. So this is 3rd down. And about downtime Milano for the 1st down here.
And, of course, Tigers just have to play smart if I can get it out. Watch for the crossing pattern, because we're all thinking that they're going to toss out, give the ball
3rd
to
and 20, snap is back to throw, sets and looks, throws a pass out left side, pass complete, 35, breaks a tackle down to about the 30, going to be just short of the 1st down. Making the catch is Garrett Schneider, but the Tigers did do a good job bringing him down before he was able to reach the yard marker.
Exactly. Once again, working on the tackling the Rockdale Tigers are, because he was hit about 7 yards before the spot he actually went down.
Once again, we want to remind you the first quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Alpha One Chevrolet Buick in Rockdale. 4th down, rolling out to the keeping around the right end. 25 to the 20 to the 15 out of bounds. That will be enough. Let's see a flag down. No. Want to remind you, as we did just before kickoff, the first quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Alpha One Chevrolet Buick in Rockdale, investing in Rockdale and investing in you, providing transportation for the KRST broadcast crew for all out-of-town Tiger games. The Eagles have 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. In the gun, 2 backs in the backfield. Slot receiver to the left. From the right hash, snap is back. Inside handoff. Fumble, the ball's loose on the ground. And let's see, the Tigers think they have it. And they do. A big fumble recovery for the Tigers.
Exactly. And, of course, I'm going to put a star by that. Good job by the Rockdale Tigers. And, of course, hopefully that would get the defense jump-started, because you don't want to be on the field a long time. And, of course, it was big runs and big plays by the Lexington Eagles. And, of course, that could wear you out as a defensive player. So good job by the Rockdale Tigers. Did get the number of the young man that fell on the football, but nevertheless, Tiger turnover. Got the turnover and back on the field.
4:58 to go in the first quarter. Tigers and Rockdale Tigers, Lexington Eagles, no score. Tigers had the ball back 1st and 10 to their own 15-yard line. In between the hash marks, in the gun, 4 wides, 2 to each side. Snap is back. Inside handoff, Spencer up the middle and nowhere to go. He's brought down, pushed backward. So they'll bring up 2nd down. They'll lose a couple of yards, bring up 2nd down at about 12.
And of course, just hang on to the football. It's kind of carrying it loosely there. And Tigers after the turnover and see what they can do with it. But right now, playing from behind the chains, as they lost about 2 yards. Just nowhere to go on that particular play.
2nd down and about 12. In the gun from the left hash. Slot receiver, 3 receivers to the right. And we got a whistle. And a put-on Patilla penalty against the Tigers for a false start. So we'll move back again. Now the Tigers really behind the chains. We'll bring up second down at about 18 now.
And, of course, you really want to stay out of those situations without a doubt. Because, I mean, you have a whole lot of weapons, but that pretty much let...
and the big thing is they're backed up against their own goal line.
You got to be a little careful also.
Second down and 18 in the gun. 3 receivers to the right. Snap is back. Barcher back to throw. 9 receivers. 40, 45. Hauled down at midfield. That'll be enough for a 5-star Commonwealth first down.
Beautifully thrown ball by Bladen Barche.
First and 10 for the Tigers, officially at their own 47-yard line. Inside handoff, Kamar Spencer coming left midfield to the 45, spinning away down to about the 43-yard line, very close to a 5-star Commonwealth first down. Something came bouncing out from the end of the play. It wasn't the ball, though. It was a player's helmet.
That was the helmet. Going to have to put some glue or some Velcro or something.
And it was, I believe it was Spencer who lost the helmet, so he has to come out for a play. First and 10 for the Tigers at the 42, inside handoff coming right, spinning around, and brought down a play blown dead. For the Tigers on the carry is Zeke Castro, getting spelling Spencer there.
And, of course, 15 for the Eagles. McMillan, I believe that is, was the guy that brought Spencer down. And, of course, they met and patted each other on the helmet. Greeted each other there.
Preston McMillan from his linebacker spot, getting the penetration. Second down at about 8 in the gun. It's a 3-receiver set, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Wing back to the right. Snap is back. Barchi back to throw. Quick pass left side. Incomplete. Intended for Eric Shepard, but it was a little off, and just the timing just a little bit off on the play.
Exactly, and of course, once again, that's one of those plays kind of make you cringe up because Shepard had actually slipped down and the ball was thrown behind him.
So that'll bring up third down at about 9 now for the Tigers from the 41 of the Eagles. In the gun. 4 wides to each side. Snap back to Barczyk, back to throw, sets and looks, throws pass right side complete, across the 35 to about the 34-yard line. Riley Spears makes the catch, but he's going to be just shy of the first down. He'll bring up fourth down and about 2.
And once again, distribution of the ball to different players. Spears caught a touchdown pass last week, the junior for Rockdale. And, of course, that was a pretty nice catch there that time by Rockdale.
4th and 2, empty backfield. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Snap back. Barczyk, keeper coming left. Cuts inside, has room to the 30. Flags fly. Put on shoot up Patilla penalty flags as he's across the 30 to about the 29. We'll check the flags. If it stood, it would be a first down, but it's holding against the Tigers, so we come back. So now, instead of 4th and 2, it's 4th and about 12, so the Tigers will be looking at a punt here, I imagine.
Okay, let's see what they elect to do, because that definitely changes things without a doubt. Just got to stay away from those penalties because they come. I'm trying to avoid saying at an inopportune time because, as I always say, it's not a good time to have a penalty.
Well, these two in particular have been bad. They converting on a 4th down, and then what was going to be when they're in the red zone there, right on the goal line.
Exactly, and that's what that means at inopportune.
They're lining up as if they're going to go for it on 4th and 12. From the Eagle 44-yard line. Snap is back. Play action fake. Barczyk back to throw. Steps up, wants to scramble now. Pressured, hit, and scrambles through and is brought down about the 42. And so the Tigers will turn it over on downs there. And it's kind of, you kind of say it's that kind of that no man's land. So you give the ball to the Eagles at the 42. It's as if you had the ball deep in your own territory and punted it. So the Tigers will turn it over, and just things just went sideways there.
Exactly. Of course, once again, that's what those penalties will do for you. Tigers had the ball in good shape. Of course, got the turnover themselves, at the 15-yard line, moved the ball all the way down to the 40 of the Eagles, but just could not get anything going.
1st and 10 for the Eagles. Quick pass out in the right flat, complete to the 40-45 midfield. Still makes his way across midfield to about the 47. Brought down. That's Mason Bealey, making the catch. I want to remind you, it's the Rockdale Country 4 broadcast booth for tonight's game. I'll just bring you all the action tonight. In the gun, 2 backs to backfield, slot receiver to the right, snap is back, inside handoff up the middle, has room to the 40, 35, 30, and a host of Tigers bring him down at about the 27-yard line. That's a big man once again, Dalen Washington.
This drive started at the 40, and they definitely can move the ball in a hurry. Once again, 2 plays from where they started. Now they're in Rockdale territory at about the 26-yard line or so.
In the gun, snap is back. Inside handoff and a fumble. The ball's on the ground, and we'll see. Tigers think they have it again. Official word. And it is Tiger football.
Wow. Tell the truth, Tigers living right now because 2 fumbles right after big plays by the Lexington Eagles. Tigers really need to capitalize on these penalties. Area high school football scores. Conley leads Cameron Yo 8-0. That game is in Cameron, I do believe. And, of course, that's Conley out of Waco. We'll have some other scores as we move along.
In just a minute, 1st and 10. Tigers from their own 30. Snaps is back. And inside handoff, Kimar Spencer bouncing out to the 35. That's about the 37-yard line. What else you got?
Okay, other things that we have here. We got Gatesfield and McGregor has not gotten started yet. Taylor leads Robertson 7-0. Ducks getting on track last week. And, of course, hopefully they try to keep that going. Madisonville 14, Fairfield, nothing.
2nd down at about 4. Inside handoff. Spencer up the middle to the 40 to about the 43-yard line is where he's marked down. That will be enough. But it won't count because of a put on shoot up a total penalty flag. And the Tigers will move back once again.
Got to stay away from the penalties. I'm sure Coach Camps is not happy about that. That's about the 4th penalty. And once again, it comes right after the Tigers does something unique or does something good, positive. Rogers 7, Troy 7. Like Thorndale and Riesel, no score there in that game. It's like Rosebud like Goldthwaite.
2nd down and about 13 now for the Tigers from the left hash. Snap back, quick pass out in the right flat, complete to Owens. Picks up a block to the 30, 35, and pushed out of bounds about the 40-yard line. Going to be very close to a first down. Set up 3rd and short.
And of course, Tigers got to stay away from the penalties because they are moving the football. I'm not going to say with ease as they want to, but they're moving the football pretty well. And the penalties is what stymied the drives.
3rd down and a couple from the 39 in the gun. Snap is back. It's on handoff. Spencer. Big hole up the middle. 45. And lost the football. And the Tigers look like they covered it up at about the 47. The Eagles think they have it, though. They're pointing. And let's see.
Everybody's going to point. Wow.
And it is Lexington football. The Tigers turn it over. Boy, my goodness.
Once again, and that happened on a positive play. A big gaping hole there for Spencer to run through. And, of course, he got hit, and he was just trying to back his way down the field, and the ball just ripped out of his hands and goes back over to the Lexington Eagles.
So the Eagles will start 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line in the gun. 2 backs in the backfield. Slot receiver to the right, 1 to the left. Snap is back. Evans back to throw. Quick pass right side. And missed his receiver, incomplete, threw it too far to the outside of Mason Beatty. That'll bring up 2nd down. 28 seconds to go in the first quarter. I want to remind you, the first quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Alpha One Chevrolet Buick in Rockdale. Investing in Rockdale, investing in you. Providing transportation for the KRXT broadcast crew for all out-of-town Tiger games. 2nd down, inside handoff, up the middle, big hole, breaking away, Dalen Washington, dragging a man across the 20 to 15, and to the 10, and hauled down. That'll be enough for a first down for the Eagles in the Ranch red zone at about the 9.
Say that guy can really run without a doubt. I mean, he just burst up the middle with the burst of speed. And, of course, when you get to the second level, there's nobody there because they're kind of sealed off. And the Tigers got their hands full with that man.
First and goal at the 9, inside handoff. Washington coming left to the 5, goal line, touchdown. 9-yard touchdown run by Dalen Washington. And so the Eagles, with 3 seconds remaining in the first quarter, are about to get on the board. They get on the board and are about to add the extra point. Kevin Nava on the extra point attempt. The kick is blocked, no good. And so, time out on the field. 3 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 6-0. The Lexington Eagles with the lead over the Rockdale Tigers. You're listening to Rockdale Tiger Football on KRXT. Stay with us.
Parsley's Food Service is a family-owned and operated food service serving Rockdale and surrounding area. Check out the great fish, barbecue, steaks, hamburgers, breakfast all day, and all American dishes for the family at Lee's Landing on West Cameron in the downtown area. Or if you want some really good chicken, rolls, and fried pies, you need to visit Chicken Express on West Cameron and Meadow. Yes, a Rockdale tradition for family dining. It's Parsley's Food Service, Lee's Landing, and Chicken Express. Texas Fajita at West Cameron and Meadow is now open Friday and Saturday, 10:30 a.m. till 9 p.m.
Your Napa dealer on West Cameron Avenue in Rockdale specializes in those hard-to-find parts, from old car parts to that bearing for that treadmill. Whatever you need, they can probably find it for you. And don't forget, if you want to dress up your old car or truck, or if you just got a brand-new truck, they've got Nerf bars, bumpers, floor liners, rims, mud tires. And if they don't have what you need in stock, they've got trucks that deliver daily. That's at your Napa dealer on West Cameron Avenue in Rockdale. Call them at 512-446-2505.
From the Rockdale Country Club broadcast booth, a big return, kickoff return for the Rockdale Tigers. Robert Owens up the middle to the 40, down the sideline, 45, midfield, and hauled down out of bounds at 49. That'll be the end of the first quarter. We'll get the touchdown summary as we start the second quarter in just a moment. Tigers trail 6-0, end of the first quarter. From the Rockdale Country Club broadcast booth, you're listening to Rockdale Tiger Football on KRXT. Stay with us.
Oriental Kitchen is open under new ownership. The new owners are dedicated to be your favorite Chinese restaurant. They're committed to serving you the freshest and tastiest Chinese cuisine at reasonable prices for your entire family. Dine in or take out. Open Monday through Friday, 11 till 4 and 5 till 9. Saturday, 4 till 9. Great service, great food, and generous portions at 1514 West Cameron in the Waymar Plaza. And they have those homemade desserts too at Oriental Kitchen in Rockdale.
Oh no, the sewer's backed up. It's going to take days to get a plumber out here. Well, not so if you call the highly rated Bradley Plumbing. They offer same-day sewer cleaning and small repairs. They're local and family-owned, been serving Milam County for over 30 years. They can do everything from fixing a dripping faucet to plumbing a new home. They're also licensed to work on propane gas systems. And tell them that you heard about it on KRXT. You'll receive $20 off your next service. Call Bradley Plumbing in Cameron at 254-697-3354. That's 697-3354 for Bradley Plumbing.
Start of the second quarter. J. Davis Stadium Whiteside with you from the Rockdale Country for broadcast booth. 6-0 Lexington leads. Tigers first and 10 at the Lexington 48. Barczyk back to throw into all kinds of pressure. Hit and sacked back at about the 39-yard line. And there you go, AJ. There's that Lexington pressure.
And you knew that was coming sometimes or another. But when the Tigers just going to dig out this deep hole. And, of course, the touchdown summary was 4 plays, 47 yards there for the Lexington Eagles.
Extra point was blocked. You say four plays?
Yes, sir.
And how many yards?
47.
47. That came after a Tiger turnover. First and second down and long for the Tigers. Quick pass out in the left flat, complete to Owens. Has room 45 midfield and hauled down about the 49. It looked like, oh my. And we got an injured player. We got a serious Landry Lexington player there. They're going to have to take a look at him. And we're going to be delayed a while, I believe. Down at about the 49-yard line. Well, maybe it's not. I don't know. Okay. What I saw from the injury, my first impression just was not good. So anyway, it'll be 3rd down and long for the Eagles. Both teams have come over toward their sidelines and have kneeled down, and so they're going to take a look at him. And I just, I have to mention this because, I mean, again, this is something where this is personal experience. I was there in that game I talked about years ago, Lexington and Thrall, where this is not the same situation. Jason Beecham, that was a hit injury, but there was a long delay, and of course, and he was they brought at that point they brought the ambulance out and we're dealing with Jason at that time, and so it just mentioning that it just kind of has an eerie feel to be looking at that again. And they have the air cast going there. I thought, I mean, it's a break. I mean that's not going out of our way, because I mean the entire Rockdale side saw it. It's bad.
And of course, not only that, of course, the young man, he is moving around. Of course, had his hands on his helmet, and of course, your mutual respect when things of this nature happen is just really, it's just good to see it, because it puts this game in perspective. Both teams taking a break, and of course, concern on both sides, on both sidelines, on both coaching staff, both stands.
Yeah, both stands are quiet. Of course, both the Tigers have come over and are kneeling along their sideline, and the Eagles are kneeling over in the huddle over their sideline. Coach Kirk Moles come over to check on the player. I'm not sure. I wasn't sure who it was at the time, but well, I just cringed when I saw him go down. Oh goodness! But
of course, he's in good hands with the training staff and the medical staff. They are, of course, taking off of some of the equipment that they can take off in situations like this.
They'll be taking him to Scott and Y, presumably.
And of course, everybody showing their interest and concern. High school, Rockdale High School principal down on the sideline also. And of course, Coach Jacob Cancy, Coach Mo is there.
Again I was in the band in 8th grade when my cousin Jason Beecham playing for Lexington. I was in the band for Thrall. And my cousin Jason ended up getting injured. A lot of Lexington folks have been around for a long time. Remember that. And the guy that was my pastor, who was at one point, I don't think he was at that time, but at one point he was principal for the primary school or elementary school. Ray McManus came over to look in on him and take care of him. Coach Glenn Hergenritter was the head coach of the Thrall Tigers then, and looking, was trying to oversee and make sure he was being tended to, and it was just it's kind of like this. It's just a strange feeling. It gets quiet. Of course, it does get quiet in a situation like this when there is an injury. This is this is serious, because it is what we're not afraid to tell you is a apparent broken leg, because I mean, they had the air cast and everything else, and I mean, just from visuals we saw. But that's a presumption just from what we saw. Just telling me what we saw. But anyway, now the coach. I mean, the coaches are there. Coach Kurt Moore and another assistant are right there with him, and Administrator Brent Hasselbach is there attending to everything and making sure he's attended to. And I don't know about the EMS situation, but
maybe we could take a break. I'm trying to get some scores, trying to refresh my computer here.
Yeah, why don't we go ahead and do that?
Yeah,
we'll take a break.
Yeah, we'll come back and
we'll take it. Why don't we go ahead and take a 2-minute timeout and come back and we'll take a look at some scores and such during this delay. We've got an injury delay. A Lexington player is injured, being attended to. And we'll come back and listen to Rockdale Tiger football on KRXT. Stay with us.
Eric Paulson and the crew at Rockdale Country Ford says whether you're gearing up for a long haul or a quick trip, you can drive smoothly and confidently with regular service at Rockdale Country Ford. Their team of experienced technicians know what your Ford needs, season after season. From oil filters to air conditioners to tires, they'll tackle any issue you have with pride. And ask Rockdale Country Ford about their lineup of tires from 13 top brands. Catherine Rodham is a multifaceted realtor who specializes in residential, land, and light commercial real estate. Catherine and her husband Ward were both born and raised in the Rockdale community and are deeply invested in the good of Rockdale and Milam County. Catherine evaluates the real estate market on a continuous basis to ensure every seller or buyer is assured to get the very best deal. Call Catherine Rodham at Keller Williams for all your real estate needs. 979-324-6891 or email her at krodham@kw.com.
We welcome you back to Tiger Field in Rockdale. We're in the middle of a delay. It's an injury situation. The Lexington player is injured. He's being lifted onto a cart now. It's a leg injury. It's presumably a broken leg just from the visual. I mean, that's the entire Rockdale side saw it, and they have an air cast on his leg. So, and he's being loaded onto the car. And you heard the Rockdale fans applauding him being tended to. Coach Kirk Moe making his way back to the Lexington sideline. I don't know if here comes the ambulance right now. So it's pulling in, and they're going to take him. I mean, I presume they're going to take him to Scott White. So
I like that. I like the fact that he waved at his fans across the way, and of course, kind of shaking his head.
Rockdale, some of the Rockdale players kind of pat him on the shoulders. They were going by.
Exactly. I mean, that is what high school football and sport and sportsmanship is all about. And of course, I was looking to see just what the young man was going to do. He realizes he may have some family members over there. He wants them to know that he's doing as well as he can. I kind of, and probably naturally in pain, but not showing much of it. Good job by both training staffs and teams and coaches collaborating on that.
Of course, we saw, that happen 2 years ago with Jace Robinson. He ended up suffering a broken leg in the Tigers game, and the Tigers opener on the road. I'm drawing a blank on.
We were in LaGrange.
That's what it was. LaGrange.
And it's funny. That is what came to mind as this unfolded. That's who and what I was thinking about also. You see how the kids are going to respond, both teams, because
that's going to be important because the Eagles have to shift mindsets from being concerned about their teammate to going back into action and trying to execute their assignments and such. And for the Tigers, it's just a whirlwind of oh my gosh, what's going on? Oh my gosh, he's hurt now. We got to settle in and just play ball again. So
exactly.
Tigers have a third down at about 11 from the Eagles 49-yard line. In the gun, snap is back. Barczyk rolling out to his right. Rolls out, steps, throws a pass right side. Tipped. Is it caught?
It should be.
It's incomplete.
Oh my goodness.
It was bobbled going to the sideline. It was tipped. And Robert Owens, the ball was tipped by the defensive back. Owens got hands on it but could not secure it before he went out of bounds. And that's the Tigers will have to punt it away.
Wow, what a good job concentrating by Robert Owens that time. And, of course, actually, I thought he had gotten the foot in that's needed for the first down. A good catch, nevertheless, but it's not going to count because he was out of bounds. And that's going to bring out the punt unit for
I think he was bobbling it as he went out. I think that's going to be the issue.
Exactly. That's exactly what was going on. So, and I thought by the time he secured it, it was already out.
For the Eagles, they're back for the punt. Mason Bealey. And the ball will be backs away from the ball. Will be down about the 25-yard line. So that's where the Eagles will start 1st and 10.
And, of course, Rockdale trails in this game 6-0. And now let's see, can the Tigers stop the run game of the Lexington Eagles?
And the big thing is, can they stop Dalen Washington?
Mr. Washington, he's had 2 great games already on this young football season.
From the Rockdale Country for broadcast booth, Jay Davis, Eddie Whiteside with you. Rockdale trails Lexington 6-0. 11:08 to go in the first half. In the gun from the right hash, 2 backs in the backfield, inside handoff, and it's going nowhere. The Tiger defenders are all over. I think it was Preston McMillan on the carry, pushed backward for a couple of yards.
Once again, Mr. David in on the stop.
I'll remind you, the second quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Alpha One Chevrolet Buick in Rockdale. Investing in Rockdale, investing in you, providing transportation for the KRXT broadcast crew for all out-of-town Tiger games. 2nd down and 13 for the Eagles. Back to throw. Quick pass out the left flat, complete. Has some space to the 20 and hauled down about the 23-yard line, maybe the 24. It'll bring up 3rd down at about 11, maybe 12.
Of course, good job by Cal Van, I believe. That's number 8 for the Tigers. Secured the tackle. And, of course, I say it's secured because Tigers has been having some issues with the tackling in the last couple of games, and that's what we're looking for. I mean, he got his hands on him and, of course, brought him down to the turf.
3rd and 12.
Big 3rd down here.
For the Eagles, back to throw, rolling out to his right, pass on the screen, complete, has room to the 30, 35 to the 40, big hole, first down, 45, down the sideline, midfield to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. That's going to be a touchdown, and I believe
75 yards look like.
I believe it's Preston McMillan on the play.
And, of course, that after he had gotten the ball on the sideline, actually when he caught the ball, you saw that was going to develop into something that you did not want to see. And you pretty much had some idea that might end up in that particular situation.
The extra point to come. Tigers trailing 2 scores, 9:56 to go in the first half. Extra point on the way and good. Time out on the field, 9:56 to go in the first half. The Rockdale Tigers trail the Lexington Eagles 13-0. You're listening to Rockdale Tiger football on KRXT. Stay with us.
Bland Construction proudly supports the Rockdale ISD staff, students, and Tiger athletes. They hope you have a successful year in the classroom and on the playing field or court. Bland Construction is not a stranger to change, for they've been in business since 1979, proudly serving Rockdale and surrounding areas with all your construction needs. Please remember Bland Construction if you're in need of a new home facelift, or a paint job. Call them first and give them a chance to help you out. Remember, you are not in business for 41 years if you're not doing something right. Bland Construction, 512-446-2693. Looking for personalized gifts for all special occasions, embroidery, custom vinyl, and custom print items? You'll find it at Two Doors Down Embroidery, 229 North Main in Rockdale. Stop in today and shop Two Doors Down. Open Monday through Friday, 10 until 5. Owner Kathy Perry invites you to come in. Call 512-543-5090 or email Two Doors Down Embroidery tigers@gmail.com.
From the Rockdale Country Ford broadcast booth, J. Davis, JJ Whiteside with you. The Tigers on the kickoff return. Robert Owens takes it at the 24, brings it around the right side, back up the middle to right at the 24-yard line and brought down. We got a Pudawin Patilla penalty flag down. He's marked down about the 25, and so we'll check the flag. Let's get the touchdowns in the meantime.
Okay, Tigers let them get out of another hole there. That was a 3-play, 75-yard drive. He ended up with the 75-yard touchdown pass to Preston McMillan from his quarterback, Chase Evans. And, of course, this time the Eagles' kick was good. Rockdale trails by 13. It's Lexington 13, and the Rockdale Tigers has yet to score.
And Tigers, ouch, looks like I think it was maybe I'm going to say roughness. Possibly, might have been a block at the back, but his ball is moved back all the way back to the Tigers' own 12-yard line. 9:50 to go in the first half. Tigers trail 13-0. Barczyk in the gun, empty backfield, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Now, man in motion, snap is back. Barczyk will keep up the middle, dodges a defender, dodges another, brought down to pick up a yard. It'll bring up second down.
Just trying to get anything positive now. And of course, Tigers been doing a good job, but as we said before, every time they would generate something, they would have a penalty to stymie what they just produced. And of course, you can't win football games like that because the offense look moving the football and they're doing well, but you got to get something generated here.
Second down at about 9 from the 24. Snap is back, quick pass, right flat, complete to the 20, 25 and brought down. That'll be enough for a 5-star Cowboys first down for the Rockdale Tigers.
Of course, stay away from the penalties because that particular play is going to be open all night long. I can promise you that. But then on the other side of the ball, you have to figure out and find out some way to stop Mr. Dalen Washington and the Eagles when they get the football.
1st and 10 for the Tigers on the 5-star Cowboys first down for their own 26-yard line. In the gun, 4 wides, 2 to each side. Snap back to Barczyk. Quick pass right flat, complete, and the receiver hit right away and brought down. They'll give him forward progress to about the 29-yard line, gain of about 3. It'll bring up second down.
And I like that. Keep the defense honest because at this particular point, Eagles really don't know exactly what play the Tigers are going to run. And Bladen's looking good with getting the ball out of his hands in a hurry. You know, it's 1, 2, 3 step and fire. He's doing a good job with that, and that's just something he's got to continue all night long because they're bringing pressure.
2nd and 7. Inside hand off Spencer coming left across the 30 to about the 33-yard line and brought down. Not Spencer. It was for the Tigers. It was Zeke Castro. It'll bring up 3rd down at about 3. At the ball spotted at the 33-yard line. So on 3rd down, with 7:52 to go in the first half, Tigers trailing 13-0 to the Lexington Eagles, working from the left hash. Slot receiver to the right, 1 wide out to the left, short side of the field. Snap back. Barczyk will keep around the left end. Runs into a defender and bangs his way to the 35. I think it's going to be short of the first down by about half a yard.
Wow. And that's actually up according to where the line judge is standing. That's exactly what it's going to be.
4th and short, and so you'd think the Tigers would punt it away here.
And of course, well,
you don't know.
Been down 13, and of course that's a little bit longer.
They're showing as if they're going to go for it here. 4th and short. Snap back. Barczyk will keep coming left. First down, 35, 37 to about the 38. And that'll be enough for 5-star Cowboys first down, a big conversion.
And I'm on board with that. And, of course, I would have been on board with that if it did not work. I mean, you're down by 13. You have an offense that you have playmakers. You can pretty much do anything to pick up the first down. I mean, your whole playbook is actually open there. So I like the call, and I like going for it there to pick up the first down.
1st and 10 for the 38 in the gun. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Quick pass left side, complete. Has room to the 44 and brought down right away. Eric Shepard making the catch and brought down by several defenders. Garrett Keeling there on the stop, leading the way. About 6, bring a second down. The Eagles are pretty quick to close on the ball after the catch is made.
And that could be something that the Tigers can pick up on also, because they're really flying to the football.
2nd and 5, snap back, 3 receivers right. Is a screen pass, right side, complete to Owens, but he's going to be brought down, no gain. That'll bring up a 3rd down and about 5 for the Tigers.
And of course, some of the scores from around the area: Taylor 14 and Robertson 0. Taylor Ducks looking good tonight, 14-0 over the Robertson Rockets. And of course, Conley 40, Cameron Yo 13.
Yikes.
And of course, my hair down Big China Spring, Academy 14, Hillsboro 6.
3rd down and 5, and Barczyk on the keeper coming left. A scrimmage from the 34. He makes his way across the 35 to about the 36-yard line. They'll bring a 4th down and about 2 for the Tigers. And so...
And it is a full 2 yards. And I still say you have... your whole playbook is open. I mean, you could pick up 2 yards anyway. I mean, you could sweep it, you could throw it, but I don't think they would put the ball in the air at this situation.
They were going to line up and go for it. Now the Tiger coaches want to call a timeout because Jacob Cancy calls a timeout. Timeout's brought to you by the Rockdale Booster Club. And let's continue to look at some more scores.
The 3A Division I champions last year, the Lorena Leopards 37, Cedar Hill Trinity 14, Rogers 15-14 over Troy, Bosqueville 13-0 over Chilton, and of course, what else we have here of interest? Crawford 17-0 over Rio Vista. I don't see any of the Milano or Thorndale scores. I have to go to my other apparatus for that.
Belton and Huntsville playing tonight is kind of interest for our area for Belton. At least 21-6. Trying to remember the name of the coach who went from Belton to Huntsville. Now coaching in Huntsville, Rodney. And I can't remember the last name.
Oh, you that's one of those things you mentioned, and then I know it also and can't think of it. It'll come when we're not even trying to really think about it.
Anyway, so it's 4th down, and Tigers going to go for it. 4th and 2 at their own 46. Snap is back. Barczyk, quick pass, right side, tipped and incomplete. And turnover on downs, and the Eagles will take over.
Wow, and they were going for the juggler, I guess you could say. We're going to put some points on the board, because if Mr. Owens had caught that, it was kind of an inside slant. It was just pretty much going to be a foot race. But Tigers went for it, and I'm going to stay on board with thought maybe they should have tried for it, but I thought that Blayton probably would have a better opportunity to pick up that with this wheel.
And the thing is, it looked like it was tipped to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Quick pass out the right. Flat is complete. And running back the other way, looking for room. Back around to the 40 and down the side. Around the midfield of the 45, pushed out of bounds about the 40, so he ends up picking up about 7 yards. He ran about 30.
Yeah, that's just what I was going to say. Ran about 30 yards to pick up the 7 that he did get. Good run there. I got to give the young man that.
I think it was Mason Bealey on the carry. 2nd down at about 4, and we got whistles and flags. Put on a penalty flag. It'll be a false start against the Eagles.
And, of course, that's pretty much the only blemish, only mistake I can remember. I think they had one other penalty maybe. But Tigers now, they're in a situation where defense have got to step up again. They have 2 turnovers already. The Eagles have fumbled the ball twice, but the Tigers could not capitalize or generate any points from that. And they probably need one in the worst way here.
Stop big drives before. 2nd down and 9. Inside handoff up the middle. And the Tigers are in the backfield to stop the running back for lost a couple. Caden Chappell on the carry. Okay. They'll bring up 3rd down about 12.
Okay, Chappell, and once again, 73, David in on the stop. Once again, another 3rd down play. And, of course, when you have a Dalen Washington You may look at that as not that big of a deal, but Tigers just ill afford to let them pick up this first down. They have to get a stop here and get this football back. You can't go down by more than what you are.
3rd and 12, back to throw. Sets and looks, deep ball down the right seam. The pass overthrown, incomplete. He was wide open with Mason Bealey, but it was just overthrown, incomplete.
I'm jaded. He had a whole lot of real estate there. You know, I don't. Wow.
Yeah, he was. I mean, if he makes the catch, he scores. There's nobody around.
Nobody. I mean, it was wide. A whole lot of real estate was in front of him, behind him, beside. He was just there by himself. I mean,
he could have sold real estate right there.
That's what I was getting. I was working towards. I wonder what his taxes, what they were. But there was a lot of it there.
4th down and 12. The Eagles will punt it away.
Good job by the Tiger D there.
Pressure on the punt, and the punt goes sideways off the side of the foot. It won't even make the original line of scrimmage. The line of scrimmage was the Eagle 48. It's going to go it went off the side of the foot of the punter Logan Wilcox. He goes out of bounds at about the Eagle 45. Wow.
Exactly. And another good break for the Rockdale Tigers. They've been having opportunities, but they have to take advantage of them, and they got to stay away from the penalties. They're doing a good job moving the football.
Tigers 1st and 10 at the Eagle 45. Goodness. 13-0 Tigers trail. 3:42 to go in the first half. In the shotgun. For the Rockdale Country 4 broadcast booth, Jay Davis at here, Whiteside with you. Tigers from the left hash. Slot left, snap is back. Inside handoff, Kimar Spencer up the middle. Has room to the 40. Blasting his way forward to about the 39-yard line. Tiger offensive line open in the hole there. That'll be a gain of about 6.
Okay, these guys at the front there are doing a very good job.
Quickly lining up. 2nd down and about 4. Handoff Spencer coming right. Has a hole. 35 to the 30. Hauled down about inside the 30. At about the 27, that'll be enough for the 5-star car wash first down.
And, of course, once again, Tigers starting out this drive in great fashion. First down up to the line of scrimmage already.
Working quickly, 1st and 10 at the 27. Handoff Spencer coming left, has room to the 20 to the 15 to the 10. Inside the 10 down to about the 8. That'll be enough officially at the 9. That'll be enough for 5-star car wash first down. Tigers in the Ranch red zone.
And, of course, moving quickly also. Already back up to the line of scrimmage. Young man's running hard.
1st and goal at the 9. And before the snap, we got a stoppage. It'll be a timeout called by the Lexington side. Coach Kirk Moll calling the timeout. A timeout brought to you by the Rockdale Tiger Booster Club. And so we'll we can take a look at some more.
Okay, see what we have here. Once again, Troy now on top of the Rogers Eagles, about to score 21-15. Lorena 37-14 over Cedar Hill Trinity. And other action, Marlin and Groesbeck knotted up at 7, Centerville 14. Teague still trying to get a victory. Teague have 7. And, of course, other action, Cameron Yo trails 40-13 against the Conley Cadets. Conley's pretty good this year. They beat La Vega last weekend. And I call a friend of mine who does the La Vega games. He say it was just one of those games. And, of course, speaking of La Vega, they're down 40. Well, go back to that. Down 27-0. And, of course, that's all I have right now of interest.
So the Tigers 1st and goal with the 9 in the gun. Snap back. Barczyk. Play action. No keeper coming right. Spinning across the 10 down to about the 6-yard line. Maybe they'll mark him at the 7. Bring up 2nd and goal at 7 in the Ranch red zone.
Okay, this drive started at the 45, at the Lexington 45-yard line. Tigers got to get this ball into the end zone.
They back away and take some time now to get the play call.
And sometimes you like to see that. Sometimes you get a little nervous when you're going fast pace.
Yeah, get a little bit hectic and just spun up a little bit. 2nd and goal at about the 7 in the gun. Play action. Barczyk throws a pass over the middle. The pass is incomplete.
Wow, almost a great one-hand catch there. He kind of lobbed that. That was to
looking for Riley Spears.
Looking for Spears, and of course Spears once again he had a touchdown catch in last week's game.
Kind of playing that kind of an H-back kind of tight end H-back, slot back kind of role. It'll be 3rd and goal for the Tigers. At about the 6. In the gun, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left between the hash marks. Snap back, Barczyk, play fake, back. Throws a pass left side, incomplete. Not there for Robert Owens, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
And trying to throw that one, that was a safety pass there. Barczyk wasn't exactly
intended for Eric Shepard.
Yeah, wasn't exactly satisfied. He just tried to throw it low so Shepard could get it and not anybody else. But kind of a disappointing drive by the Tigers. But here I like the fact that
they're going to set up for a 23-yard field goal. Good snap and hold. And the kick is good. The deep snapper for the Tigers, Lane Magnuson. And so, timeout on the field, 2:16 to go in the first half. Rockdale trails 13-3 to the Lexington Eagles. You're listening to Rockdale Tiger Football from the Rockdale Country for broadcast booth on KRXT. Stay with us.
When you have an accident, take your vehicle to the place more and more Central Texans trust, Scott's Body Shop. They'll repair and replace what is needed and paint with the greatest of expertise. You won't even know the accident happened by looking at your truck or car. And Scott's Body Shop will work with your insurance company. Can't afford to be without a vehicle? Reserve Scott's loaner car. That's Scott's Body Shop on Highway 77 just north of 79 in Rockdale. Phone 446-7391.
CarQuest in Rockdale now carries a full line of die-hard batteries in stock every day. CarQuest will install for free, and if your battery is dead, they can deliver and get you going. They also offer free charging system checks. CarQuest can also get most major brands of tires for your car or truck, and they can install and make sure that the front end is properly aligned so you get the most mileage out of those new tires. Also, 6 months financing at 0% interest with approved credit at your CarQuest on West Cameron Avenue in Rockdale. And your CarQuest in Rockdale is celebrating 40 years in business.
For the Rockdale Country for broadcast booth, Jay Davis, AJ Whiteside with you. Lexington on the return, takes a pop-up kick to about, and we got late flags coming in as a little bit extracurricular stuff going on. And so we'll check the flags. The return brought out across 45 to about the 49. Lexington on 49-yard line. Let's check the penalty in the meantime. Let's check the touchdown summary.
Okay. A 23-yard field goal by Daniel Romero by the Rockdale Tigers ended a 55-yard drive, and of course it stalled out in 8 plays. And the Tigers on the board, though, it's Lexington 13, Rockdale 3. 13-3, Tigers trail the Lexington Eagles.
A Tiger player and a Lexington player just got into kind of a scrum there. We're kind of going toe-to-toe, so it's probably going to end up unsportsmanlike, unnecessary roughness, rather, offsetting penalties against both teams. And I guarantee you both coaches are absolutely hot right now.
Yes, sir.
Because I talk to both on a weekly basis, and that's just the kind of thing that would set both of them off. They are not happy. So the Eagles will turn the ball out to about their own 49-yard line. I'll remind you the second quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Alpha One Chevrolet Buick in Rockdale, investing in you, providing transportation with the KRXT broadcast crew for all out-of-town Tiger games. First and 10 for the Eagles from their own 49, inside handoff. Jet sweep coming wide right, 45, tries to cut back, 40, midfield to the 45 to the 40, still going, 35, 30, and pushed out of bounds. That is the big man, Dalen Washington, and picks up a big gainer and a first down for the Eagles.
And once again, missed tackles had him dead to right in the backfield and let him get away. And after he got away, he picked up at least 20 yards or so.
Tonight, gold out night. All the Tiger coaches are wearing the gold T-shirts. That's recognizing the fight against childhood cancer. First and 10 for the Eagles at the Tiger 30-yard line. Inside handoff up the middle to about the 29 on the carry. Preston McMillan for the Eagles. Oh, Caden Chappell, I'm sorry, the ball carrier. 5, not 15. That'll bring up second down at about, picked up a 2. That'll bring up second down and 8 from the 28-yard line with 1:36 and counting to go in the first half. In the gun, 2 backs in the backfield. Slot receiver to the left, snap back. Inside handoff, Chappell coming wide left. Has room 25 to the 20. Chased, flags down as he's pushed out of bounds right at the first down stick. So we'll check the flag.
And, of course, that's 5. Who do you have for 5?
5, Caden Chappell, okay. Sophomore running back.
Okie dokie.
And so, when they're coming back, looks like it's going to be holding, and it is against the Eagles.
And, of course, the Eagles have not had many penalties.
So, they'll mark that off. Yeah, it looks like they signaled 2 holding penalties. They'll just take the result of the 1. So they'll set up a second down and long for the Eagles. 1:23 to go in the first half. 13-3 Eagles lead. Snap back to throw is Evans. Throws deep ball down the left side, down the left hash. It's just overthrown, incomplete. That'll bring up a third down. I think it was Bealey on the intended receiver.
Once again, just a little too tall and pretty much had to throw it like that. Tigers had good coverage there.
Owen Rhodes, the intended receiver, excuse me.
Just over his fingertips. I think he may have gotten a glove on it there.
Tigers have pretty good coverage there. Defender right with him. That'll bring up a third down. About from the 38.
Tigers doing a good job.
18 yards to go.
Doing a good job bringing pressure. And likewise on the last couple of plays, the offensive line for the Eagles done a good job with picking it up also.
Snap is back, screen pass left side, complete. Has room to the 30, 25. Brought down right at the 24-yard line. Really nice tackle right in the middle there. I think that was Cruz San Miguel making a tackle on first down, saving tackle.
Exactly, and of course, good catch though. Ball kind of thrown at his midsection. A young man just reached down and snagged it, almost picking up a first down.
So it's 4th down and 2 for the Eagles at the 22. Snap is back. Inside handoff and going nowhere. Caden Chappell, the Tiger defenders right there, slowing him down, taking him down to the backfield. That'll be a turnover on downs. Tigers will take over. Big stop.
Good job, and of course, hopefully that will jumpstart the Tigers' cause there. Cade Pantaleon in on the stop also. And of course, that was the significance of that was, of course, it was 4th down. You're down by 10. They were driving, and of course, it was second down. We'll make it 4th down and short.
And it's 40 seconds left, so the Tigers have a chance to drive down the field here.
And even if they don't get anything, more importantly, they turn them away.
1st and 10, back to throw. Barczyk pass right side complete to the 34-yard line and brought down quickly. The clock continues to run. Tigers will hurry here. They have all 3 timeouts left. 28 seconds left in the gun. 4 wides, 2 to each side. Snap back to Barczyk. Back to throw. Sets, throws pass left side, complete. Breaks outside to the 40, 45 out of bounds. Eric Shepard. That'll stop the clock. The Tigers have a 5-star Cowboys first down with 18 seconds to go. Well, they burned up a lot of time on those couple of plays there. 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line with 18 seconds left. From the left hash. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Wing back to the left, snap back, Barczyk play action, fake back to throw, standing. Now rolling to his left, steps up, fires it down the field. Dangerous pass, and it's intercepted. Inside the 15 at about the 11-yard line, and the Eagles will turn them away.
And of course, good job with like number 21 for the Lexington Eagles bringing that one in. And of course, that pretty much stymied that drive. But I still say that the Tigers naturally wanted to get some points out of that situation. Only had 18 seconds left, but more importantly, down on this end, they turned the.
They burned up a lot of time between the first down and second down snaps. That would be, they had all 3 timeouts left as well.
Yeah,
that'd be the time to take the timeout after that completion. And are they looking at personal foul? against the Eagles. Have we got an ejection?
I think that's, wow. You really hate to see that.
I thought I saw the referee give the sign of the ejection. So it's not a turnover. The Tigers had the ball back with 6 seconds left. And remember, the Tigers are known for this, the Hail Mary. So they'll take the shot here. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 1st and 10 at the 41 of the Eagles. Snap back, marching back to throw. Standing now, rolling to his right. Setting up time, now throws the pass underneath, complete to the 29, and time has expired. No, it's not even complete. It's incomplete. And that'll be an end of the first half of play. And the Eagles already walk into the dressing room. And now go the Tigers, too. That will be the end. Well, what is it? There's 1 second still remaining on the clock, as it shows there. But the Eagles are making their way to the dressing room, and now so the Tigers. So that's going to be the end of the first half. Rockdale Tigers trail Lexington 13-3 at the end of the first half of play.
Of course, Tigers got to go in and regroup and come back out and try to find some way to slow down Mr. Washington and the Eagles attack. Notice I use the word slow down because dynamic athlete, I just don't think you're going to stop him completely, and need to go in and just try to clean up some of the miscues.
Yeah, absolutely. Those have really hurt the Tigers tonight. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. Tigers trail 13-3 at the end of the first half in the Rockdale Country Club broadcast booth. You're listening to Rockdale Tiger football on KRXT. Stay with us.
Nathan Bland with Rollo Insurance in Rockdale says, come see us and find the right coverage at the right price. They're an independent agency with dozens of carriers. Familiar names like Germania, Holheim Prairie, Nationwide, Allstate, and Progressive. Not only home and auto, but commercial, farm, and ranch. Nathan Bland will work with you at Rollo Insurance at 113 North Main in downtown Rockdale. Call 512-446-0001. Hey everybody, Gaddy's Pizza in Rockdale has their buffet open 11 till 2 and 5 till 8 every day. In addition, they have a bigger salad bar, pasta bar, and different pizzas. And the dining room is open. The drive-thru is always open. You can call in your order and it'll be ready when you get there. Call 512-446-2222 or order online at their website, MrGaddy'sRockdale.com. They're open 7 days a week. Climate Control reminds you they can come out and give your heating and air conditioning system a fall checkup and cleanup. They also offer duct cleaning and discounts for seniors, emergency services personnel, and the military. Climate Control is your authorized dealer for Trane, Lennox, Carrier, and Jim Air. Climate Control. Call them soon at 512-446-4020. Bossler Energy is a proud supporter of the Rockdale Tigers. The Bossler family has always been a part of Rockdale Tiger history. Their 3 children participated in Tiger and Lady Tiger sports, and Miller and Kathy are longtime supporters. Bossler Energy delivers the best solution for their customers' needs in the oil and gas industry. Just like the Rockdale Tigers, Bossler Energy is committed to high performance standards and family.
Back at Tiger Field in Rockdale, J. Davis, AJ Whiteside with you. The Rockdale Tigers trail 13-3 to the Lexington Eagles at the half. And look at the way this game went. It's almost polar opposite from the game last week. A lot of scores early on. The Tigers thought they had a field goal, but penalty, and then they go for it on 4th down, and the pass broke it up, turned it over on downs. And it's back and forth. The Eagles get a big play, and then they fumble the ball. Tigers get it back. Tigers get a big pass to Owens, and then they turn around, turn it over on downs. Lexington drives the ball, and then they fumble, and the Tigers recover. Then the Tigers fumble after a big run by Spencer. That led to a 9-yard touchdown run by Dalen Washington. Extra point was no good. Tigers trailed 6-0 with 3 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Full play, 47-yard drive. Then early in the second quarter, a 75-yard touchdown pass to on a screen pass to McMillan for the Eagles. Preston McMillan. The extra point was good and made it 13-0 in favor of the Eagles. Tigers turned it over on downs. Eagles got it back, and then they could do nothing with it. And then they had a bad punt. The punt netted about a negative 5 yards. Tigers had a golden opportunity, 1st and 10 at the Lexington 45. They can't do a whole lot with it. They had turned into a 23-yard field goal for the Tigers by Daniel Romero. Then the Tigers get the ball one last drive, and it's a deep pass by Bladen Barczyk is intercepted by Joseph Kerr. That ends, well, it was going to be an interception, but that was wiped out by penalty. And the Tigers, oh, wait. Am I thinking right? No. The last pass was intercepted by Kerr, and that brought it into the no, it wasn't penalty. The penalty brought it back.
Yeah, the interception had taken away. The interception was taken away by the penalty.
And then the Tigers threw the last pass that fell incomplete.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
That's where we end up at the half, 13-3. The Tigers trailed in Lexington, and the Tigers are they just hurt themselves.
Exactly, and of course it's a shame because they've actually have moved the football. I mean, you're not going to get 9, 10, 14, 17 yards all the time as we're accustomed to seeing the Tigers do. And you can't make mistakes because the reason I said that, the big plays, because every time they would have something going, have a pretty decent play, or set themselves up for like a 3rd down and short or something like that, or pick up a first down off of a nice run, they would get a penalty to bring it back. And of course that kills that drive, kills your momentum. And of course it seems as if when Lexington would do something of that sort, they stayed away from the penalties, which you have to try to do. And of course it's just one of those things. As I said before, just before we went to the commercial break, Tigers just got to go in and try to regroup, try to figure out some way to slow down the Lexington offense, and mainly find a way not to give up, not to make so many mistakes.
Yeah. So we're at the half. The Rockdale Tigers trail 13-3 to the Lexington Eagles. We'll go to our halftime reports next. You're listening to Rockdale Tiger football on KRXT. Stay with us.
We make personal loans for all sorts of reasons. Braces, cars, weddings, pianos, unexpected medical expenses, vacations, and more. We leave the reasons up to you. If we can help you, we do. See us about a personal loan. Citizens National Bank, member FDIC. Community people you know.
People you know.
Hello, my name is Jeff Johnson, and I'm the owner and operator of Rockdale Estates and Rehabilitation. We are your local skilled nursing facility located on Highway 79 on the west side of Rockdale. We want to be your choice for your family and loved one in your time of need. We offer short and long stay options to help you recover from the stroke, illness, or injury that has you down. We accept Medicaid, Medicare, private insurance, and private pay options to assist you. We have a brand new building with large rooms and a state-of-the-art therapy department that is up for your challenge. Come by and visit with us or give us a call at 512-446-2548 and ask to speak with me or Susan McKenzie, our admissions director. We'll be happy to assist you.
Cafe Corner, a great convenience store and gas station, is conveniently located at Highway 79 and 487 here in Rockdale. They're open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. till midnight. They've got breakfast specials, your favorite beverages, snacks, and Valero gas. That's Cafe Corner, a great convenience store in Rockdale. Check out these loan specials at Rockdale Federal Credit Union. 6.99% up to $10,000 for 48 months. This special ends September 30th. Home equity loans are as low as 3.99%. All specials subject to established loan guidelines. Locations in Rockdale and Thorndale. All accounts insured up to $250,000. Member NCUA.
This is the KRXT Halftime Show. I'm Jay Davis. The Rockdale Tigers are in action tonight against the Lexington Eagles. The Tigers are 1-1 on the season. Rockdale beat Teague in a come-from-behind effort in Week 1, then fell to Taylor in a dramatic back-and-forth affair, falling to the Ducks 55-41 last week. In both games, the Tigers were put in a position where they had to battle their way back into the game. Against Teague, the Tigers jumped out to an early lead, but then Teague went on a scoring run, and the Tigers had to come back in order to win the game. Against Taylor, the Ducks jumped out to a 2-score lead, and the Tigers had to chase him throughout most of the game, but the Tigers continued to fight. Rockdale Tiger head coach Jacob Cancy says while the Tigers are making early season mistakes, they have shown a lot of heart, and that shows they also have a lot of promise.
If we'll stay where we're at mentality-wise and how we're working right now, I believe a lot of the mistakes that we're making right now will clean themselves up, and when we play clean football, it's going to be scary because right now this team has no goal away in them, and the other night even more adversity than the first week. And so I think that's a great trait. I've told them it's a characteristic you're going to have week in and week out. However, we have to start playing better football.
More of the Halftime Show coming up on KRXT. Stay with us.
Rockdale Welding Supply at 2004 West Cameron Avenue has everything that the professional as well as novice welder needs. And they're your only local supplier of medical oxygen, which you can pick up 6 days a week. They're open Monday through Fridays from 8 to 5 and Saturdays from 8 to noon. So you don't have to travel out of town for your medical oxygen. It's right here in Rockdale at Rockdale Welding Supply. Come by and see Randy or Scott at Rockdale Welding Supply. Give them a call at 512-446-2810 or stop by and see them at 2004 West Cameron Avenue in Rockdale. Perry & Perry Builders has been specializing in commercial, structural, and miscellaneous steel since 1972, and they've completed projects in Alabama, Georgia, Nevada, Louisiana, Wyoming, and all over the state of Texas. They're based out of downtown Rockdale, and they'd like to take a moment to encourage our young men and women of the Central Texas area. And they're proud to support the Rockdale Tigers and help bring you tonight's game right here on KRXT.
Pruitt Insurance, located in the Texas Plaza in Rockdale, is a third-generation independent insurance agency that has been serving the insurance needs of Rockdale, Milam, and surrounding counties since 1981. Pruitt Insurance represents over 40 insurance companies, including names like Holheim Prairie, Germania, Travelers, Progressive, and Safeco. Stop by their office or call them today at 512-446-9600 to see how they can help you with your insurance program. Pruitt Insurance, a Rockdale tradition. In these tough times, you can't afford to list your home, ranch, or business with someone who is sidelining in the real estate business. You want Judith Matula of Put Owens Judith Matula Realty. Real estate is all she does, and Judith utilizes Texas Online, which specializes in rural real estate, and the Austin Municipal Listing Service. She not only works hard, she works smart. So whether you're buying or selling real estate, go with the best. Call Judith Matula today at 512-446-4243.
The Halftime Show continues on KRXT. The Lexington Eagles are in action against the Rockdale Tigers tonight. The Eagles are 2-0 on the season. Lexington beat Thorndale 35-33 in the season opener, then beat Troy 43-24 last week. The Eagles are about a month away from the start of district play as they will travel to Florence to open the district schedule on October 7th. The Eagles will look to their offensive line once again to play a key role, opening holes for the running game and protecting the quarterback in the passing game. Lexington Eagle head coach Kirk Mull says the Eagle offensive line is showing great effort, and they'll only improve as the season moves along.
You know, once again, we got some young kids up there that are trying to figure out things, and when people, move and, just different fronts and everything else. So hopefully every week you're going to see them just get better and better. But their effort is tremendous right now. If something happens and it's wrong, it's not because of lack of effort.
More of the Halftime Show coming up on KRXT. Stay with us.
Julio's Mexican Restaurant, 1533 West Cameron in Rockdale, is a family restaurant serving up the best in Tex-Mex in the Central Texas area. Great appetizers, mouth-watering fajitas, enchiladas, combination platters, Mexican platters, and family favorites. Great service, too, at Julio's. Over 130 menu items at 2 locations in Hutto and Rockdale. Rockdale, 1533 West Cameron, and in Hutto at 560 Highway 79. Midway Grocery is a proud supporter of Rockdale Tiger sports, boys and girls. Jim and Shelley Eanes stand ready to serve you. They're open at 446 Murray in Rockdale with grocery products, candy, chips, and your favorite beverages. You can also find your favorite newspaper at Midway Grocery, 446 Murray, proudly supporting all Rockdale high school sports. Winnie L. Nursing and Rehabilitation in Cameron at 2104 North Carnes offers skilled nursing care and rehabilitation services. They offer short-term care, long-term care, physical therapy, hospice care, and respite care, accepting Medicaid, Medicare, and private pay. Call 254-697-4985 or go to their website, www.winnielnursing.com. At Standards Home Health, we believe that you deserve compassionate, honest, and reliable care from only the finest healthcare professionals who go the extra mile. Standards Home Health provides in-home services for skilled nursing, home health aides, physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and social workers. Standards staff of nurses and therapists are here to provide high-quality, safe, and cost-effective patient care, whether you're in your home, an assisted living facility, or in a family or friend's home. Contact one of your nearby Standards Home Health offices today.
The halftime show continues on KRXT. The Thorndale Bulldogs are in action tonight as they host the Riesel Indians. The Dogs have district play right on the horizon. Thorndale takes on Riesel tonight, then travels to Iola next week. Then the Dogs open district play on September 23rd as they travel to Schulenburg. The Bulldogs have been tested already so far this season. Thorndale fell to Lexington 35-33 in the season opener, then defeated Granger 36-34 in double overtime last week. Thorndale Bulldog head coach John Kovar says the Bulldog players have battled through 2 very tough games early on this season.
I've been pretty proud of our kids. We don't suit a whole lot of kids. We suit about 21 kids, and I had a couple of injuries even against Granger, and end up, play a 4-quarter physical game against Lexington, end up in a double overtime physical game against Granger, and like I said, I thought, played pretty hard and pretty well overall. I think Lexington just kind of wore us down.
The Tater Ducks are in action tonight as they host Robinson. The Ducks are 1-1 on the year after falling to Gatesville 22-21 in the opener and then beating Rockdale last week 55-41. The Ducks beat back a late Rockdale challenge and completed a 62-yard touchdown pass to Treos Richardson to clinch the victory in closing moments. Tater Duck head coach Brandon Houston says the Ducks stepped up to the challenge.
It was encouraging to see a lot of guys, who have minimal amount of experience at the varsity level, come through and make some crucial plays. Again, can't speak enough to just the resiliency that our team showed and just the fight.
More of the halftime show coming up on KRXT. Stay with us.
Capilino Dodd Krebs at mesofirm.com reminds you that if you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma, lung cancer, throat, stomach, or colon cancer, and if you've been exposed to asbestos through work or by washing clothes, the attorneys, staff, and investigators at Capilino Dodd Krebs will help you and your family through this tough time, even if you had an asbestos non-malignant claim in the past. Call 1-888-MESO-FIRM today or visit mesofirm.com. There is no charge for a consultation, and they can meet you where it's most convenient for you. At Texas Propane, Garden Todd and his friendly staff can handle all of your propane needs, from parts to a large inventory of supplies. They can even make up your propane hose. If you're building a new house, check out the gas appliances and fireplace inserts at Texas Propane. They have a great selection of outdoor cookers and grills. Stop in soon. Their showroom is located at 372 Highway 77 North in Rockdale. Website www.texas-propane.com or call 512-446-4949 or toll free 800-646-4949. Five-Star Car Wash, located on West Cameron in Rockdale, announces 2 new machines. These machines will make your car or pickup shine like new. Check out their IQ Car Wash. You and your car will like the IQ Car Wash. It's smarter, cleaner, greener. And with Five-Star Car Wash, you get your choice of wash menu options. It makes it affordable, too. Entering is simple and easy. No guide rails to worry about. IQ Car Wash at 5-Star adjusts to your car size and shape. It reaches hard to get to areas. Your wheels are cleaned in every wash. Even the undercarriage is blasted using multiple nozzles. Check it out soon at 5-Star Car Wash. The soft touch and the touchless. The IQ Car Wash. Also give your car a good vacuuming at 5-Star Car Wash.
I'm Jimmy the St. Christopher. Welcome to the TSN High School Football Spotlight. It is week 3 of the 2022 season. Graham Steers head coach Kenny Davidson grew up in College Station, played football and coached at Abilene Christian, was GA at Texas A&M, and coached 14 years at Fort Worth Christian before going to Graham, where he's been for 18 years. What's Coach Davidson's philosophy for the Steers?
My coaching philosophy, I have good coaches here, and I let them coach. You know, I stay on the sideline. Basically, my only job is to holler at the referees, and sometimes my coaches try to help me with that. You know, I'm just kidding. So, but my philosophy is just discipline. You know, and we've got good kids to work with. They're not perfect, but most, you know, the majority of them, I have great character and I do the right things, and they're not much of a problem. So they're good kids, and they buy into what we're doing, and you know that's just really what I do, is try to lead coaches and lead young men.
And what's the difference between last year's district champ and this season's team?
Yeah, we were undefeated district champs. We lost 20 seniors, you know, and this year's senior class, there's not as many players as normal, and even the junior class, but we've got a really strong sophomore class. We've got 12 sophomores on our varsity. I think 9 of them start. So we're kind of young, but at the same time, you know, we got to grow up and take one game at a time and try to improve every week.
Coming up, we'll find out how tough it is to coach a team that has lost 20 seniors when the TSN High School Football Spotlight continues.
Hi, everyone. It's Rodney Anderson with Supreme Lending. I'm here to tell you there are some wonderful opportunities in today's housing market for people to go out and buy homes and get good deals. The first thing you have to do is be pre-approved up front. Sellers want to know, are you for real? Realtors want to know, are you for real? And I want you to know where your finances sit right now and what is the best loan option available for you. We handle loans for people buying primary residences, vacation homes, or investment properties. If you're in the market to buy a home, our goal is to close your purchase in 8 to 15 days. All it takes is one simple phone call to 1-800-EXPRESS. That's 1-800-397-7377. Or you can always go to rodneyanderson.com, and our goal is to close your purchase in 8 to 15 days.
With approved credit, terms subject to change without notice. Equal housing lender, NMLS ID 2129. Not affiliated with a government entity. MLO, NMLS ID 196730. 3000 Village Parkway, number 400, Highland Village, Texas, 75077.
Welcome back to the TSN High School Football Spotlight. The Graham Steers were District 3 4A D2 champs last year at 4-0. How tough was it for head coach Kenny Davidson to lose 20 seniors this season?
Well, I mean, it happens to everybody. I mean, we're not a small school, but we're not a large school. You know, numbers are part of it, and Graham has always had great numbers. I mean, we've got a ton of kids that come out for football. We're always looking for games in the junior high level because we have so many kids that have different teams. But it's tough. But the sophomore class, those ones that are moved up, I mean, they're going to be really good. It's a good chance for them to build for the future. We do have a sophomore quarterback that started as a freshman last year, Ty Thompson. Our non-district schedule is tough.
But at the same time, we're going to get us ready for our district.
6'2", 190-pound left-handed sophomore quarterback Ty Thompson is a dual threat guy who can sling it. At left tackle, 3-year starter Aaron McBride anchors the OL and provides leadership for a young group. Porter Johnston and Zathan Reyes lead a speedy secondary. How does 3-4A D2 shape up this season?
Our opening district plays against Wichita Falls Hershey. This is their time, and they've got some players out. They gave Stevensville a really close game, I think, in the semifinals, last year. So that's going to be a tough game to start with. And then we're in there with Snyder. They got a great young coach, Westwood. We've got Sweetwater next. But they're good. They're good. A program with a lot of history. And then we ended up driving all the way out to Midland Greenwood for our final game.
Steers play at the Glen Rose Tigers this week. A shout out to KWKQ-FM in Graham. Thanks to Graham head football coach Kenny Davidson for being on this week's TSN High School Football Spotlight. I'm Jimmy, the St. Christopher.
The Rockdale Tiger Booster Club presents Tiger Business of the Week. Show your school spirit. Wear blue and gold and decorate your business inside and out. Or show your spirit in another creative way and win Tiger Booster of the Week. Winners will be recognized during home football games on KRXT and in the Rockdale Reporter. To enter, simply take a picture of your decorated business and or employees in their blue and gold and post them on Facebook and tag Rockdale Tiger Athletics. Vide Automotive is this week's Booster of the Week.
Meet your friends at the ranch for great food and entertainment. The Ranch. Your favorites like burgers, fish, shrimp, hand-cut fries, onion rings. Meet your friends at the ranch with great food.
The ranch is open Wednesday through Saturday at 5 o'clock.
Parsley's Food Service is family-owned and operated food service serving Rockdale and surrounding area. Check out the great fish, barbecue, steaks, hamburgers, breakfast all day, and all-American dishes for the family at Lee's Landing on West Cameron in the downtown area. Or if you want some really good chicken, rolls, and fried pies, you need to visit Chicken Express on West Cameron and Meadow. Yes, a Rockdale tradition for family dining. It's Parsley's Food Service, Lee's Landing, and Chicken Express. Texas Fajita at West Cameron and Meadow is now open Friday and Saturday, 10:30 a.m. till 9 p.m.
From the Rockdale Country 4 broadcast booth, Jay Davis sitting Whiteside with you. The Rockdale Tigers trail the Lexington Eagles 13-3 at halftime. And not as many scores to talk about in this game. A lot more mistakes to talk about. There've been both teams have fumbled the ball. The Tigers fumbled the ball after a big run by Spencer. The Eagles fumbled the ball after a couple of big plays. The Eagles get on the board with a 9-yard touchdown run by Dayton Washington just before the end of the first quarter, and then 9:45 to go in the second quarter. A 75-yard touchdown pass to McMillan for the Eagles. Then the Tigers get on the board with just over 2 minutes to go in the first half with a 23-yard field goal. And that field goal, of course, by Daniel Romero. And so the Tigers trail 13-3 at the half, and the Tigers have just they've hurt themselves in this game so far.
Exactly, and of course, I'm pretty sure that's what the coaching staff are telling them also. Something like, man, we're doing a pretty decent job. Just got to eliminate the mistakes. As I said before, every time they would generate something positive, a penalty would bring it back. I guess that's part of the game. You just have to try to stay away from things that sort. For instance, Tigers make a big third down run, pick up the first down, it comes back because of a penalty. They had substantial yardage to pick up on a second down, make it third and short. That's setback. And a couple of times they had to change their play call because of a penalty also. You just cannot do that in this game or any other games. I'm pretty sure that is the number one priority. that's been talked about in the locker room. As far as moving the football on offense, not much of a problem with that. But on the defensive side of things, still some tackling issues. And, of course, not taking anything away from Mr. Washington. I almost said Jared Kerr. For some reason, he is still in my mind.
He's in that mold for sure.
I guess that's why. But anyway, not taking anything away from him because he's a dynamic athlete. And, of course, you just can't – you don't need to help him out. Notice before we went to the break, I said we need to try to figure out some way to slow him down. I did not say stop because I don't know whether or not you're going to be able to do that. He hadn't been stopped yet this year. Last week, I think he had 240 some odd yards or whatever, and the week before, a pretty good showing also. So they just got to try to figure out some way to stop the Eagles offense and stay away from the penalties when you have the ball.
And again, Lexington beat Thorndale in the season opener. That was a score of 35-33 in that first week's game. And so, you know, the Tigers have got to be on their game and be ready to go here to start the second half, and they've got to eliminate the penalties. If you know Case Evans, the freshman quarterback, the Eagles put it in. You know they trust him to kind of manage the load and kind of get things going, and he has done that. But just get the ball to Dana Washington, that's a big thing. Talk about we were trying to figure out the name we're trying to come up with, and it's Huntsville is at Belton tonight, and it's the Rodney Southern Bowl. I remember Coach Rodney Southern was at Belton. He'd been at Belton from 2007 to 2013. He was named head coach at Huntsville High School there in Huntsville, Texas, in 2014. So, and he's done a lot of good things there. I know that another team from Huntsville was in Central Texas. I think it was the first week of the season. They Huntsville Alpha Omega Christian School, just on the outskirts of Huntsville, played Milano. I think Milano came out with a win there. But Huntsville coming out down to Central Texas.
Exactly. And, of course, I'm trying to see who the Eagles are in action with tonight. I have two deals here. I'm trying to get some scores on, but we'll try to bring that to you. And we'll keep up with some of the other scores as we did throughout the first half also.
Ready for the kickoff. Daniel Romero ready to kick it off for the Rockdale Tigers. And for Lexington, Keith Ulrich and Damon Washington ready to return it. And the kick is in the air. A deep kick. Goes back and out of bounds at about the 6-yard line. And that's the Eagles will get the ball with the penalty yardage there. So we'll be ready to go. Start the second half.
And, of course, let's see what the Tigers defense will do. This will be a big defensive stand. I should say defensive series, I should say, to start this second half off.
Eagles had a player go out with an injury, what we presume is a broken leg. And I say that because, I mean, everybody on it was right in front of this sideline, and basically the entire group of everybody in the Rockdale stands basically saw the same thing, and they put an air cast on him, and he was taken to the hospital by ambulance. And the play is continued from there. Ready to start the second half. Eagles will start 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line in the gun. Two backs in the backfield. Slot receiver to the left. From the right hash, snap is back. And inside handoff coming right across the 30 to about the 32, 33-yard line. And brought down on the carries, Dayton Washington.
And that time Washington was bottled up kind of nicely, but still picked up some positive yards. Picked up about 3 yards, looked like. So he's got to move forward. He's going to get some yardage, but he's got to stay away from those big explosive plays.
Second down and about 6. Quick pass left flat complete to the 40. 42 brought down with a first down for the Eagles. And for the Tigers, Cruz San Miguel playing at safety, but he's been down in the box for the first couple of plays of this offensive series.
And what the Eagles are doing, some of the same stuff that the Tigers do when they have the ball on offense, try to just get the ball into the playmakers' hands.
Yeah, get it out in space to them. Then 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. Snap is back. Deep ball down the right sideline. Receivers there, makes the catch across the 30, 25, and hauled down inside the 25, about the 21-yard line. Mason Bealey makes the catch. That'll be enough for a first down for the Eagles and be marked down right at the 20.
And that was a perfectly thrown ball that time. And, of course, Bealey just reached up and snatched it out of the Rockdale sky that time.
So 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 20-yard line. 11 minutes to go in the third quarter. Tigers trail 13-3. Snap is back. Inside handoff coming wide left. Across the 15. Breaks the tackle at the 10 to the 5 to the goal line. That'll be a touchdown for Caden Chappell. 20-yard touchdown run.
And, of course, Mr. Chappell, once again, breaking tackles along the way to put the ball into the end zone. 24 yards.
20 yards, straight up 20 yards. And the extra point to come. Evan Nava in for the extra point for the Eagles. Holder Mason Bealey. Good snap and hold. Kick is on the way. And the kick is no good. Time out on the field. 10:47 to go in the third quarter of the Rockdale Tigers trail the Lexington Eagles 19-3. You're listening from the Rockdale Country Football Broadcast booth. You're listening to Rockdale Tiger Football on KRXT. Stay with us.
Your Napa dealer on West Cameron Avenue in Rockdale specializes in those hard-to-find parts, from old car parts to that bearing for that treadmill. Whatever you need, they can probably find it for you. And don't forget, if you want to dress up your old car or truck, or if you just got a brand-new truck, they've got Nerf bars, bumpers, floor liners, rims, mud tires. And if they don't have what you need in stock, they've got trucks that deliver daily. That's at your Napa dealer on West Cameron Avenue in Rockdale. Call them at 512-446-2505.
Oriental Kitchen is open under new ownership. The new owners are dedicated to be your favorite Chinese restaurant. They're committed to serving you the freshest and tastiest Chinese cuisine at reasonable prices for your entire family. Dine in or take out. Open Monday through Friday, 11 till 4 and 5 till 9. Saturday, 4 till 9. Great service, great food, and generous portions at 1514 West Cameron in the Waymar Plaza. And they have those homemade desserts, too, at Oriental Kitchen in Rockdale.
Kickoff coming, and it's an onside kick for the Eagles. Looks like the Tigers covered up at about their own 48-yard line. So the Tigers get a break there. The Eagles getting aggressive. Let's get the touchdown summary there.
Exactly. 5-play, 70-yard drive by the Lexington Eagles. Ended up in a 20-yard touchdown run by Caden Chappell, number 5 for the Eagles. The point at the touchdown, Nova's kick was no good, and the Tigers trailed 19-3. It's Lexington 19 and Rockdale 3. But once again, another break for the Rockdale Tigers. Good starting field position for their initial series of downs for the second half.
From their own 48, 1st and 10. Snap back and a bobble snap. Barczyk hands it off, and the ball's on the ground. And the Tigers look like covered up. Wow. Barczyk really never really had it as he tried to hand it off for Kemar Spencer. But the Tigers are able to cover up. They'll lose about 6 yards.
Exactly. And, of course, that was a high snap that time. And that really was doomed from the start because the timing and everything was messed up. He still had pulled it down and got the ball to Spencer, but by then the defender was there.
Second down at about 16 in the gun. Snap back. Barczyk back to throw. Quick pass right side. Complete across midfield to the 46 and brought down. That's Riley Spears making the catch. That'll bring up third down at about 4.
Of course, that's the second reception, maybe third for Mr. Spears. Put the Tigers in good shape. Third down. I'm pretty sure this is a 4-down territory. Still a lot of time left in this football game, but they're close enough to picking up a first down. Depends on what they do on this.
Adam Keishner got in on the stop. Third down at about 6. Back to throw. Quick pass left side, incomplete. Looking for Spears, Riley Spears again. That'll bring up fourth down and about 6 to go.
Just could not bring it in. Now let's see what the Tigers will do. Once again, got to get something going. 19-3, the Tigers trail, and been given opportunities. Missed extra points by the Lexington Eagles, And, of course, Lexington has some
They're
turnovers
going for
also.
4th and 6 in the gun. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Snap back to Barczyk, back to throw. There's that pressure. Throws a pass left side, incomplete. And that's a turnover on downs. The Eagles take over. And, again, that pressure, that's, it's consistently coming. And even though, Barczyk is prepared for it, but still, even though you're prepared, sometimes you just can't be ready. And that's what happened there.
And everything has to be in sync when that happens. When you get the pressure and the quarterback has to 1, 2, 3, drop it and throw it, the receiver has to be in a certain spot at a certain time. Also, it's a lot of timing, a lot of variables there on a situation like that. But he's done a good job with picking up the hot rush, the blitz, or what have you. But that was just a little bit awry there.
Eagles 1st and 10 from their own 47. Pass over the middle is complete. No, it's incomplete. Broken up. That'll bring up 2nd down right over the middle. I think they're trying to throw it to David Washington. We're in second out of 10 now.
And, of course, Rockdale has been bringing some pressure on their own, just not as much as the Eagles have been doing. Because they're that quarterback, the freshman quarterback, he's getting the ball away in good time.
2nd and 10. Here's a handoff coming wide left.
And that's
45 and pushed out of forced out of bounds. Tiger defense closing in from the secondary. I think Ace Taylor, Gary Marrero got in there on the stop.
Good job. Yes, exactly. 40, it looked like 44 for the Tigers in on the stop also. He was one of the first people there.
And, of course, A.J. Sandoval. So, 3rd down and 10 for the Eagles.
And this is where the Tigers has had
an opportunity
trouble.
here. Snap back to throw. Evans goes deep right side pass. Broken up, incomplete, closing in on it.
And
having a beat on it as DeAndre Stevens just got them broken up, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
And I thought that was setting up to be an interception there.
That was going to be a pick 6. If he picks it off, he's taking all the way.
Exactly. If he had any means of bringing that in, that's what it looked like. Because I don't think nobody would have run him down. The second punt for the Eagles, they had one earlier that had gone off the side of the partner's foot.
And ended up negative yardage. Tim Bryce, Robert Owens back to return the punt. Snap is back. Pressure on the punt, and the punt is away.
Wow.
They went spread punt there, and the Tigers got all kinds of pressure on it.
And the
ball goes out of bounds at about the 45 is where the market. Tigers on 45.
But still good field position for the Rockdale Tigers, and I just knew that one was going to be blocked. The pressure was brought, but young man just got it off.
Well, punt protection is this spread punt formation has really become popular at the collegiate level. They don't really do it in the pros, but it's at the collegiate level, and that's the idea, is to get your punt coverage down there more quickly. But the punt protection is being sacrificed in some cases. 1st and 10 for the Tigers from the home 45 in the gun. Slot receiver to the right, operating from the left hash. Barczyk takes a snap. Inside handoff. Spencer coming left, bangs over the left side and brought down about the 48-yard line. I think Joseph Kerr got in there on the stop.
Exactly. Had a big gaping hole there, and Kerr made a nice tackle. Good hard run by Spencer also. And the Tigers need to just realize they can move the football just as well as any other football team. That's what we've seen so far in this young season. But just got to stay away from the mistakes. Keep the ball going north and south.
2nd down and 8 in the gun. Snap is back on the left hash. Quick pass left side through the hands of the intended receiver. It's bobbled. It may have been intercepted, and it is.
Wow.
It went through the hands of the intended receiver, Eric Shepard, and it ends up in the hands of Garrett Keeling, and the Tigers will give it up on the turnover. Went right through his hands.
I tell you, when it starts to go wrong, things started to snowball on you. Thorndale 41-14 over Riso. Rosebud 28-7 over Goldthwaite. And, of course, Valley Mills by 6 over De Leon. Bartlett 20-6 over Meridian. Mart continues to roll 47-7 over Italy. That's a long way to go play a high school football game. Just kidding. Italy, Texas there. Lorena 51-14. Cedar Hill Trinity. And, of course, Troy 21-21 with
1st and 10. Here's a handoff up the middle with a big hole across scrimmaging from their own 46 across the 45 of the Tigers and brought down with a first down. I think it was Caden Chappell on the carry once again. It'll be a first down for the Eagles. 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Tigers trailing at 19-3. Second quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Alpha One Chevrolet Buick and Rockdale. Investing in you, providing transportation for the KRXT broadcast crew for all out-of-town Tiger games. First and 10 for the Eagles from the 44 of the Tigers. Handoff coming wide left and pushed out of bounds about the 35-yard line. Second down at about a yard for the Eagles now.
They do move the ball quickly.
They do go in tempo. Second and 1 inside handoff up the middle. Across the 30 down to about the 28-yard line. Brought down with a first down for the Eagles.
Of course, this drive started at the 47-yard line after the interception that bounced out of the Tigers' receiver's hand into the Lexington defenders.
Eagles going tempo, no huddle here. First and 10 at the 29 of the Tigers. And the gun, P-backs to backfield. Handoff coming wide right. Cuts it back to the 30, 25 to the 20 to the 15. Big hole to the 10 to the 5. Bangs in for the touchdown. And the Eagles are on the board again.
Wow, what a run. What a run.
I think that was Mason Bealey on the carry.
And, of course, started over here to the right. And, of course, Tigers shut that down and looked like they were going to have a stop for a loss. But Bealey just, he stopped, turned around, went to the left, and just outran everybody to the end zone. Looked like from about 29 yards out. And, of course, the Lexington Eagles, they are now just pouring it on. Still a lot of time in this football game, but Rockdale has got to get something going.
The extra point to come. Good snap and hold. Kick is on the way. The kick is good. Time on the field. 26-3, the Rockdale Tigers trail the Lexington Eagles from the Rockdale Country Club broadcast booth. You're listening to Rockdale Tiger football on KRXT. Stay with us.
Oh no, the sewer's backed up. It's going to take days to get a plumber out here. Well, not so if you call the highly rated Bradley Plumbing. They offer same-day sewer cleaning and small repairs. They're local and family-owned, been serving Milam County for over 30 years. They can do everything from fixing a dripping faucet to plumbing a new home. They're also licensed to work on propane gas systems. And tell them that you heard about it on KRXT. You'll receive $20 off your next service. Call Bradley Plumbing in Cameron at 254-697-3354. That's 697-3354 for Bradley Plumbing.
If you're on a budget this season, let Eric Paulson and his crew at Rockdale Country Ford find the car of your dreams from their quality pre-owned models. Rockdale Country Ford's selection is reliable, coming with a Carfax history report for peace of mind. It's all at prices that won't break the bank. Find out more about Rockdale Country Ford's used inventory as well as current promotions on OEM or Motorcraft parts and accessories. Go to RockdaleCountryFord.com. At Rockdale Country Ford, hot deals are always in season.
Well, things have taken a sour turn for the Tigers. The kickoff by the Eagles. It's caught at about the 22 and out of bounds by Robert Owens. Tigers trail 26-3, 7:07 to go in the third quarter. Let's get to touchdown summary with AJ.
Okay, the Lexington Eagles took over the ball on the Rockdale interception at their own 46-yard line. And, of course, that was a 6-play, 54-yard drive. Ended up in a 29-yard touchdown run by Mason Bealey. And, of course, Nova's kick was good, increasing the lead to 26-3. It's Lexington 26 and Rockdale 3.
First and 10 for the Tigers from their own 26-yard line. In the gun from the left hash. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Snap back. Barch a quick pass right side, complete to Owens. That's in 25 to the 30. Breaks the tackle 35 to the 40. And pushed out of bounds about the 45-yard line. That'll be enough for a 5-star Cowboys first down for the Tigers.
And, of course, just doing that few and far between. Rockdale has had several runs like that by Robert Owens and picking up first downs, but would find some way to shoot themselves in the proverbial foot there.
First and 10 from their own 45 in the gun. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Quick pass right side complete. Midfield, breaks a tackle, and then pushed out of bounds. That was DeAndre Stevens making the play. picked up about 3. It'll bring up second down at about 7. 6:40 to go in the third quarter. Tigers trail 26-3 to the Lexington Eagles.
Tigers just need to just keep doing what they're doing. We know we can move the football, but with that, it's got to just stop them when they have the football. And that has been a tall chore tonight.
Third down at about 7 in the gun. 2 receivers left, play action fake. Barczyk pump fakes. Now throws down the left side. Receiver is there, just overthrown, incomplete. He had 2 defenders behind him, and the ball was just placed right out there, and it just no more than a foot overthrown, incomplete. And it's fourth down for the Tigers.
And that's just the way things go whenever you whenever you are having things not go your way.
There's a third down. Excuse me. That was second down place. Was third down and 7 now for the Tigers. In the gun, 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. On the right hash. Tigers look over to the sideline. Now they're set. Snap is back. Quick pass right side, complete. Spinning away, breaks a tackle, still going, first down.
Good job.
Out of bounds at the 40, DeAndre Stevens. That'll be enough for 5-star Carlos first down for the Tigers.
Once again, as I said before, Tigers using different receivers to get the job done. Just got to keep it moving.
6:04 to go in the third quarter. Tigers trail 26-3. They line up quickly in tempo in the gun. 4 receivers, 2 to each side from the right hash. Wing back to the left, snap back, and keeper up the middle. Barczyk breaks the tackle, has room to the 30, 25, slips the tackle, has room to the 20, to the 15, and to the 10. Barczyk to the 5, to the goal line, hauled down.
Wow.
At about the 1.
Man, just ran out of real estate there.
I thought he was going to score right there. The Tigers thinks he scored, and there.
And I just don't know how he did not get in.
But it is officially ruled a touchdown.
Oh, okay.
Now they're going to go for 2. It's a crazy 8s kind of look here. 2 players over at set wide left, and about 6 over to the right. Now they'll come back and reset for the extra point. Snap is back. Good hold. The kick is on the way, and the kick is good. Time out on the field. 5:38 to go in the third quarter. The Rockdale Tigers trail the Lexington Eagles 26-10. You're listening to Rockdale Tiger football on KRXT. Stay with us.
Catherine Rodham with Keller Williams Realty will provide each and every client the highest level of service. Catherine Rodham is a multifaceted realtor who specializes in residential, land, and light commercial real estate. Catherine Rodham's personal motto is, treat every person like you want to be treated. For all your real estate needs, call Catherine Rodham with Keller Williams, 979-324-6891, or email her at krodham@kw.com. If you're looking to build a new home, remodel your existing home, or just give your home or business a fresh coat of paint, Bland Construction would love to give you a quote. For over 41 years, Bland Construction has proudly served the Rockdale and surrounding areas and proudly supports the students, student athletes, and school staff of all surrounding districts. Give them a call at 512-446-2693 or visit their website, www.blandcc.com. Good luck, Tigers and Lady Tigers.
From Rockdale Country Full Broadcast, Boo J. Davis said here, Whiteside with you. The Rockdale Tigers trail 26-10. 5:38 to go in the third quarter. We'll get the touchdown summary in just a moment. Andy Romero set the kickoff for the Tigers. Eagles looking for an onside kick here. Tigers will pop up, kick it, and it's taken by the Eagles at their own 26, up the sideline 30, 35, to about the 39-yard line. Mason Beasley brings it out to about the 39. Let's get the touchdown summary with AJ.
Okay, 8 plays for the Rockdale Tigers, and, of course, ended up in a long 46-yard touchdown run by Bladen Barczyk by the Rockdale Tigers. And, of course, the kick was good, closing the gap. Rockdale now trails 26-10. It's the Lexington Eagles 26, and Rockdale 10. Still plenty of time left in this game, but Tigers need to find some ways to get some stops here.
Got to put one to a penalty flag. I believe it's unsportsmanlike conduct against the Eagles. They had the ball at about the 39, so they'll move them back to right at the 25-yard line. First and 10 for the Eagles from their own 25. 5:31 to go. Third quarter, Tigers trail 26-10.
And there has been a lot of sloppy penalties also. No matter what the outcome, I'm pretty sure.
First and 10, inside handoff up the middle, and the Tigers close the door and bring down. There's Caden Chappell on the carry. Short loss, bring up second down. And yeah, there have been a lot of sloppy penalties.
And, of course, neither coach is going to be happy with that no matter what happens.
5:08 to go in the third quarter. 26-10, Tigers trail. In the gun, two backs backfield. Snap is back. Home fakes, now rolls to his right on the keeper, and then he's hauled down and sacked back at about the 18-yard line. And making it for the Tigers, a big play there defensively. Jose Castillo got in there and got the stop. Loss of about 7. Second down and about third down, about 17 now for the Eagles.
And, of course, this is where we've seen the Tigers falter a little bit on certain plays, these third down and long situations.
Third and 17, back to throw.
Pressure.
Evans rolling to his right under pressure and will throw the ball to the sideline out of bounds, incomplete. Got outside the tackles and threw it away. The coach is wondering if he made it past the line, if he threw the ball past the line of scrimmage. But he did, so it's fourth down, and the Eagles will have to punt it away. That's a big stop defensively for the Tigers.
Good job by the Tigers. As I said, there's a lot of time left in this football game, and, of course, Tigers can move the football. That's no doubt about that at all. And they just have to stop the Eagles, which they did on that particular situation.
Owens and Grice back to return the punt. Here's a snap. Some pressure, but he gets it away. Grice backs away from it. Bounces across the 45 to about the 44. The Tigers' own 44-yard line. That's where they'll start first and 10. And again, good field position for the Tigers. They need to take advantage here.
Exactly. And, of course, couldn't have said it any better. Good field position. And, of course, they can score quickly. Don't necessarily have to score quick, but it's always good to know that that's a possibility. And just stay away from the penalties.
So, Tigers will be on the road next week to San Saba. First and 10 for the Tigers from their own 44-yard line in the gun. Two receivers left, one to the right. Snap back, play action fake. Barczyk rolling out to his right, looking for a screen underneath, complete. Under pressure, and there's nowhere to go. Is brought down to about the 39, to about the 39-yard line, and nowhere to go there. I think it was Stevens making the catch.
Yeah, going to lose some yardage there. Conley and Cameron scores closer, 39-34. Conley still leads that game. Academy 35-20 over Hillsboro. Gatesville. Well, we get to that later on.
3:45 to go in the third. Tigers trail here, 26-10. Barczyk back to throw. Pass left side. Tipped and incomplete. Intended for the Tigers, for Eric Shepard. Second down, about 15 now. No, third and 15, excuse me. From their own 39, from their own 39-yard line. In the gun, three receivers to the left, one to the right. Barczyk back to throw. Sets, throws deep down the right side, and it's overthrown incomplete.
Wow.
That'll bring up fourth down. See what the Tigers do here.
Pretty much have to kick it away, I do believe, this time. I had been, not minding going for it on other situations, but you're pretty much still in this football game. You just need to just get another stop. But you really would have liked it, seeing the Tigers do something positive with that particular drive.
Yeah, now down, you're down 2 scores if you get 2 touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions. But at some point, you're going to start counting possessions. Down 16 points. Tigers ready to punt it away here. And bad snap, chased back to about the 10-yard line. Running, and they'll try to punt it away or do something now. They'll run at the 15 and brought down to the 15-yard line.
Wow.
And the Tiger coaches want a horse collar tackle, but that went all kinds of wrong in a big way.
And exactly, when you're out there trying to make a play, you're not thinking. I was thinking he's going to try to steal, turn it into one of those rugby-type punting situations, but just didn't have an opportunity, a time to do that. And the Eagles are set up in great field position.
At the Tiger 15-yard line. Goodness gracious. In the gun, 2 backs to backfield, 3 receivers to the right. Snap back inside, handoff coming right as Washington adds room to the 15, to the 10. And a host of Tiger tacklers bring him down right at the 10-yard line.
Still picked up positive yards there. Tigers really need to come up with something big here.
The coach has always talked about the 3 phases of the game: offense, defense, special teams. Fans don't normally want to hear to talk about special teams. It's just not that interesting, but boy, it can have a huge impact. 2nd down and 5 for the Eagles. Inside handoff up the middle, running away to the 5 to the goal line. It'll be a touchdown. Dalen Washington, 10-yard run right up the middle, and he was not touched.
Not at all. Not at all. Good blocking by the Eagles offensive line. And the young man is just a dynamic athlete.
And so, with 2:56 to go in the 3rd quarter, it's getting away from the Tigers. The extra point to come. Mason Bealey, the hold. Good snap and hold. The kick is on the way. The kick is good. Time on the field. 2:56 to go in the 3rd quarter. The Rockdale Tigers trail the Lexington Eagles 33-10. From the Rockdale Country Club broadcast booth, you're listening to Rockdale Tiger football on KRXT. Stay with us.
Looking for personalized gifts for all special occasions, embroidery, custom vinyl, and custom print items? You'll find it at Two Doors Down Embroidery, 229 North Main in Rockdale. Stop in today and shop 2 Doors Down. Open Monday through Friday, 10 until 5. Owner Kathy Perry invites you to come in. Call 512-543-5090 or email 2doorsdownembroidery@gmail.com.
When you have an accident, take your vehicle to the place more and more Central Texans trust, Scott's Body Shop. They'll repair and replace what is needed and paint with the greatest of expertise. You won't even know the accident happened by looking at your truck or car. And Scott's Body Shop will work with your insurance company. Can't afford to be without a vehicle? Reserve Scott's loaner car. That's Scott's Body Shop on Highway 77 just north of 79 in Rockdale. Phone 446-7391.
From the Rockdale Country 4 broadcast booth, Jay Davis, J.J. Whiteside with you. The Rockdale Tigers trail the Lexington Eagles 33-10. Here's the kickoff. It'll go out of bounds. The Tigers will take advantage of the penalty yardage and get a little better field position. Let's get a touchdown summary with AJ. Yep. Hold on. Go ahead.
The Eagles set up in good position that time after the punt attempt. Snap went over the punter's head, set them up at the 15-yard line. Only took them 3 plays to get it into the end zone. And, of course, once again, guess who? Dalen Washington off of a 10-yard touchdown run. And, of course, the kick was good by Nova 33-10. It's Lexington 33 and Rockdale 10. And you just said this is a Murphy's Law type game. Of course, Lexington, good football team. And, of course, we see while they have a ranking this year, good-looking athletes. And, of course, Tigers just cannot muster up anything. Can't get anything going.
1st and 10 from their own 30 as a pass over the middle is complete. Breaks the tackle, spun around at the 35 and brought down. And Eric Shepard makes the catch. They'll bring up 2nd down. Give it 6 on the play. Bring up 2nd down. Tigers are at will be on the road to face Tuscola Jim Ned at San Saba next week. Second down is a handoff coming left. Kamar Spencer scrimmaging from the 36 across the 42 about the 41. That'll be enough for a 5-star car wash first down for the Tigers.
Keep on grinding. Just try to move the ball up the field. Still some time left, but a whole lot of good things have to happen for the Tigers.
2:28 to go in the third. First and 10 for the Tigers from the 41. Pass right side complete. Riley Spears breaks the tackle midfield, 45 to the 40. Chase 35 to the 30 and brought down. It'll be enough for a 5-star car wash first down to the 29-yard line.
And, of course, once again, another one of those Tiger receivers with some speed. I see Raleigh has some set of wheels on him also. That was a nice catch and run by Mr. Spears.
Got a player shaking up, and thankfully this case is just a matter of a player cramping up, so they'll and you can see the trainer out there, just pushing the foot back and kind of stretching the muscle a little bit there. So, and he's right back up. I want to remind you the third quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Alpha One Chevrolet Buick in Rockdale, investing in Rockdale and investing in you, providing transportation for the KRXT broadcast crew for all out-of-town Rockdale Tiger games.
And, of course, we'll be rolling to San Saba next weekend, next Friday.
To face Tuscola Jim Ned. That's of course, the alma mater of Cole McCoy, who's went to play for the University of Texas and is still playing in the National Football League for the Arizona Cardinals. First and 10 for the Tigers at the 30-yard line of the Lexington Eagles. In the gun, two receivers to the right. Play action fake. Barczyk with a keeper and nowhere to go. The Eagles had him balled up, and they rushed, but they held their ground as well and didn't pass him up and keep him balled up. He lose a couple yards.
And that's right. Read the mail nicely that time, did the Lexington Eagles. Lost a couple of yards, but held on to the football. And as I was saying, most of the things that the Tigers have done on offense actually worked. They just drive stalled out.
3rd and 12 in the gun. Snap is back. Barczyk pass left side. Pass may have been tipped again. Broken up incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. It looks like now the Eagles are following that old piece of wisdom for pass rushers. If you can't get to the quarterback, put your hands up, and they've got their hands on some footballs that way. So this is it 3rd down now. It'll be 3rd down and about 12 for the Tigers at the 32-yard line of the Eagles.
And you don't have to try to get it all here. Just try to get it close enough to manage on 4th down.
3rd down, rolling out. Barczyk rolling out to the left, throwing a pass left side, complete to the 21, out of bounds, right at the stick. Going to be very close. I think it's going to be just short. It'll be 4th down at about a yard.
But that's good. That's what the Tigers needed to do. Just get it close enough where you could do a number of things to pick up the first down if you have to.
4th down and about a yard and a half, almost 2. In the gun, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Spencer beside him. Snap is back. Barczyk will keep coming left. Evades man to the 20, has room to the 15, to the 10. Brought down about the 9-yard line. The Tigers are in the Ranch red zone with a 5-star Cromwell's first down.
And I mean, you really don't like to go for 4th down. Have to go on 4th down a lot. But if the Tigers have it within 2 yards, you feel good about their chances because they can pick up a first down with this offense in many different ways, and that's what happened that time.
So 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal at the 10, I should say. It is officially. Now we got put on stood up until the penalty flags. False start against the Tigers. It'll be 1st and goal to 15.
Got to stay away from those penalties, those 5-yarders. I'm telling you, they just do it to you all the time, just kill you all the time.
33-10, Tigers trail with 48 seconds and counting to go in the 3rd quarter. The clock hasn't started yet. The Tigers get the call. In the gun, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. From the left hash at the 15-yard line. Snap back. Barczyk rolling out to his right. Throwing the pass right side complete. Has a man to the 10. To the 5 and brought down. That'll be Riley Spears making the catch.
And, of course, that's the third catch for Mr. Spears. And, of course, that young man could run. He's a junior for the Tigers. He'll be with the team next season also.
Second and goal for the Tigers at about the 5. And that is the end of the third quarter. The Rockdale Tigers trail 33-10 to the Lexington Eagles. Fourth quarter coming up. You're listening to the Rockdale Tiger football on KRXT from the Rockdale Country Club broadcast booth. Stay with us.
If you ever gave your wife an impact wrench for her birthday, then CarQuest Auto Parts is for you. If you taught your kids how to change engine oil before you taught them how to ride a bike, then CarQuest is for you. CarQuest is for those who really know and care about their car. CarQuest is serious auto parts.
For all of your auto parts, repairs, and more, come to your friendly CarQuest dealer on West Cameron Avenue in Rockdale today. And your CarQuest in Rockdale is celebrating 40 years in business.
Come see us and find the right coverage at the right price. They're an independent agency with dozens of carriers. Familiar names you know like Germania, Holheim Prairie, Nationwide, Allstate, and Progressive. Not only home and auto, but commercial, farm, and ranch. Nathan Bland will work with you at Rollo Insurance at 113 North Main in downtown Rockdale. Call 512-446-0001.
Rockdale Tigers, second and goal at the 5 in the gun. Play action fake. Barczyk rolling out to his right. Throwing back to the end zone. The pass is caught for a touchdown. And the Tigers get on the board once again.
And, of course, who was that with the reception there?
That was indeed Robert Owens making the catch.
Of course, Tigers needed that in the worst way, wrapping up a long 11-play drive there by the Rockdale Tigers. Did what they really need to do, get the ball into the end zone. 5-yard touchdown pass there from Barczyk.
They are going to go for 2 here. That makes the most sense. Down 33-16. In the gun, snap back, rolling out to his right. Stops, looks, throws to the end zone. Pass caught for 2-point conversion. Very similar play. And this time it's DeAndre Stevens making the catch. 2-point conversion good. Time on the field. 33-18. The Rockdale Tigers trail the Lexington Eagles. From the Rockdale Country Club broadcast booth, you listen to Rockdale Tiger football on KRXT. Stay with us.
Hey everybody, Gaddy's Pizza in Rockdale has their buffet open 11 till 2 and 5 till 8 every day. In addition, they have a bigger salad bar, pasta bar, and different pizzas. And the dining room is open. The drive-thru is always open. You can call in your order and it'll be ready when you get there. Call 512-446-2222 or order online at their website, MrGaddysRockdale.com. They're open 7 days a week. Climate Control, Air Conditioning, and Heating is your local air conditioning, heating, and heat pump dealer with sales, service, and installations. Service, solutions, satisfaction, no sweat. Climate Control, owned and operated by Nathan Dulish, located in Rockdale on West 79. Call 512-446-4020.
From the Rockdale Country Club broadcast booth in Rockdale, Texas, Jay Davis, AJ Whiteside with you. The Rockdale Tigers trail 33-18 to the Lexington Eagles. Fourth quarter just underway. We'll get the touchdown summary in just a moment. Tigers ready to kick it off here. The Tigers, Danny Romero with the onside kick, pop it up, and the Eagles recover on a second bounce at about the 45. And so we'll get the touchdown summary there, Jay.
Okay, the Tigers with a nice drive, 11 plays, 70 yards covered by the Tigers. Ended up in a touchdown pass of 5 yards to Barczyk to Robert Owens. And, of course, the Tigers have to go for 2. DeAndre Stevens caught the 2-point conversion, closing the gap to 33-18. Tigers now trail 33-18.
So the Eagles 1st and 10 for their own 45-yard line. Tigers had to defend a short field in the gun. Snap is back. And inside handoff up the middle. Tiger defense closes the door on, I think it's Dayton Washington. Picks up a couple to bring up 2nd down. Isaiah Sauls in the stop for the Tigers. 4th quarter brought to you of tonight's game brought to you by Alpha One Chevrolet Buick in Rockdale, investing in Rockdale and investing in you, providing transportation to the KRXT broadcast crew for all out of town at Tiger games. Eagles will gather back up and huddle now after felt like they had some kind of miscommunication there. 2nd down and about 8 for the Eagles. And in motion, snap is back. Quick pass out in the left flat to the motion man. Pass caught, 1st down, midfield. The 45 and brought down. Dayton Washington makes the play for a 1st down. Washington a little slow to get up. And he's shaking up. That's not a good sign for the Eagles.
Nope, not at all. Don't want to see that happen. They already had one guy to go down. Look like in Cameron, Yo has taken a lead of 40-39. They were down by as many as 19 at one point, and that's still in the 4th quarter. It's Yo leading Conley 39, or make it 40-39. It's still down. And of course, with Gatesville 27-20 over McGregor. Robertson is losing to Taylor. Taylor looking for another win there, 41-20, 41-12 is that score. Academy 48-28 over Hillsboro. China Springs 63-7 over Mahia.
Wow.
Continues to roll there. And of course, Rogers 28-21 over Troy.
So for the Eagles, Dayton Washington making his way back to the sideline, limping but under his own power. Looks like it's going to be okay. No, for the Lexington fans, they had to skip a beat there for a second. You see, certainly a key to their schemes and their plans. Of course, they did have another player suffer an injury of apparently it was a broken leg, and he was another young man taken to the hospital. That was in the 1st half. Eagles have 1st and 10 here at the 44-yard line of the Tigers. In the gun, 2 receivers to the right. Snap back inside handoff over the right side across the 40 down to about the 36-yard line.
And, of course, that inside handoff has been working nicely for the Eagles.
I think it was Joseph Kerr on the carry. Began at about 7, brings up 2nd down at about 3 with 10.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Tigers trail 33-18 to the Eagles. Tigers have just had trouble shutting down this Eagle offense, or even slowing them down. It's 2nd down at about 3. In the gun, 2 backs in the backfield. Inside handoff, breaks the tackle coming left, across the 40 down to about the 36-yard line. Washington,
still a lot of tackles being broken and missed by the Tigers, and of course, but got to give credit to the Lexington Eagles. The guys up front, they're doing a good job opening up the holes for the running back for Washington and Kerr and the rest of the game.
I think it was Caden Chappell on that last carry, matter of fact, and he was lipping off.
He's had a pretty good game tonight.
So 3rd down and about 2 for the Eagles at the Tiger 36-yard line. And the gun, 2 backs in the backfield. Inside handoff coming right, banging over right side. Down about the 34. That'll be enough for a 1st down. Travis Baco on the carry for the Eagles.
And, of course, Eagles just trying to wind this clock down and run this thing out.
And he ends up short. I thought he got 1st down. He ends up short. It'll be 4th down.
I actually did.
He has the 35-yard line. So they need about a half yard. 4th down. 9:02 to go in the game. Tigers trail 33-18. And the Eagles doing what they want to do here, just consuming clock. Fourth down, they're going to go for it here. In the gun, 2 backs in the backfield, all tight formation. 1 receiver to the right. Everybody in tight besides that. And a give over the right side across the 35 down to about the 31-yard line. A direct snap and a first down for the Eagles, and they'll have a fresh set of downs. 8:36 to go. The Eagles lead Rockdale 33-18.
And they just keep marching. Of course, you knew that they would go for that, have a pretty nice lead, and of course, it was really would have been no harm done if they had not picked up the first down. Really too far away for a field goal, and of course, you're not going to punt the ball. You punt it, you probably boot it into the end zone, and you're already at the 30. So
first and 10, here's a handoff coming left. The Tiger defense slows down and brings him down. It's John Williams on the carry. He is brought down. Chad David in there on the stop of the Tigers.
And of course, he's been on several of the stops there.
Loss of about 6 on the play. We'll call it 5. We'll bring up second down and 15. 7:42 to go in the game. Tigers trail 33-18. Tigers are on the road to San Saba next week to face Tuscola Jim Ned. A powerful small school program. Second down and 15. In the gun. 2 backs in the backfield. Slot receiver to the right. Snap is back. Pressure coming. A screen pass to the right side complete. The Tiger defender there, but it breaks a tackle across the 35 down to about the 32-yard line and brought down. Still set up third down at about 11 for the Eagles. Picked up about 4. Third down at about 11 for the Eagles at the 33-yard line. Eagles in no hurry here, just consuming clock.
And of course, this drive started at the 45 of Lexington. Of course, kind of slow things down here a whole lot. And they're not any hurry for sure.
They're just looking at consumed clock. 6.5 minutes to go in the ball game. On third down 11, snap is back. Back to throw is Evans. Throws the ball deep down the right side, and it's overthrown incomplete. Trying to go down to Mason Bealey down the right sideline. Tristan Galvan right there with him along the sideline. That'll bring up fourth down 11 for the Eagles.
Kind of quiet here on the home side. Tigers made a lot of mistakes, coupled with the athleticism of Mr. Washington and the Lexington Eagles.
Eagles will go for it, 4th and 11 from the 34-yard line. Empty backfield. Set up 4 receivers left now. They'll reset with Caden. Nope. Caden Chappell will go back. And a timeout is called, I think, by the Eagles. Timeout brought to you by the Rockdale Tiger Booster Club. Timeout called by the Eagles. 6:26 to go in the game. Tigers trail 33-18 to the Lexington Eagles. We'll have TSN post-game coming up after our broadcast is concluded. We've been trying to get everything kind of smoothed out and kind of back on track. And we'll have the TSN post-game. We will have that back. And
always a good deal. I always enjoy listening to the scoreboard. Of course, do you know who had taken Andrew's place? You know, he's friends with us. Good Facebook friends with us.
Yeah, I don't.
So I'll be tuned in tonight just as well.
Yeah. So Andrew Greenstein, of course, is on that scoreboard, and it's his birthday today.
It's a really good guy and stuff. I mean, I take pride in the fact getting a chance to know him, and like we knew Roger, and with the TSN school board.
So 4th and 11 for the Eagles with a man in motion. Snap is back to throw. Evans throws it down the middle. Pass overthrown and broken up incomplete.
No, if they call a flag on that.
The fans reacted. I don't see the flag down, but we'll see that don't shoot up until the penalty flag. The way everybody's reacting, if there is one.
Well, I mean, that's why, even the fans, the players on both sides.
The Tigers celebrated as if they made the play.
I thought it was just a nice breakup. Was it okay?
Well, we're going to wave off the flag.
Right.
I thought it was going to, but I think it would have been ruled as uncatchable. So
because I mean, it was thrown high. I mean, plus high and hard. There was no way he was going to get that.
6:22 to go in the game. Tigers trail 33-18 to the Lexington Eagles. So it would take some wild circumstances, but the Tigers are not technically dead here.
No, I mean, offensive-wise, I mean, they have a whole lot of faith in this football team. They need to work on some things.
But they need 2 scores here if they're going to give back into this game. They need one of them would have to include 2-point conversion. 2 back to throw on first down. Deep ball on the right side. It's overthrown incomplete. Looking for DeAndre Stevens, a couple of defenders there in the neighborhood, and it's just overthrown incomplete. Noah Nedidog was there for the coverage for the Eagles. If they can make a big play here and get on the board, then you might be talking here. But they have to get in the end zone first. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Tigers.
And it's got to be something that's done quickly also.
Here's a pass for Robert Owens. Complete as under the 40-45 midfield. 45 and then brought down by a shoestring at about the 43-yard line. It'll be enough for 5-star Commonwealth's first down. That was almost that play right there.
Exactly, almost it was. That's the one that you were calling for.
5-star Commonwealth's first down. Tigers 1st and 10 at the 43. Snap back, inside handoff up the middle. And blasting forward for a gain of about 3. He'll bring up 2nd down on the carry. Zeke Castro.
And I still like the fact that the Tigers are getting some of the other players in. And, of course, some of these guys are going to be around for another year or 2.
And some of them just need down the stretch of the district run for sure.
Exactly.
2nd down and about 6. Back to throw. Deep ball down the left side. The receiver's there, but it's just overthrown incomplete.
Tell you what, when that young man gets the timing down and gets on target, he has a beautiful ball that he throws. He just gets it out there. And of course, that one had to be. It would have to be perfect for it to be caught. I mean, it was going to be called incomplete, and he's not going to let the defender get to it.
Joseph Kerr was right there with him.
Right there, step for step.
Step for step. That'll bring up 3rd down at about 6. Snap back. Barczyk back to throw. Pass right side over the head of the intended receiver. Stevens incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down for the Tigers here. 4th down, call it a long 6.
And of course, got to go for it. Just got to keep the line moving.
The trail by 2 scores here. 33-18 with 5:28 to go in the ball game. If they score here, they're in business, but they can't take too long with it in the gun. 4th down at 6. Got to convert here. Snap is back to throw. Screen pass right complete. In all kinds of trouble, and he's brought down about the line of scrimmage, and that's all. And that may be the Tigers' last hurrah there.
And of course, just good coverage by the Lexington Eagles. This was not going to be denied in that particular series. Tigers had to pick up the first down, and I like to play out. I like what they tried to do there, rather than just trying to surprise everybody in the stadium and just go for it all. I mean, I was thinking that was what they might do, but you got to give credit for the Eagles for reading that. And the Tigers been doing that all night long and being successful on it, but that
Eagles,
time.
1st and 10 at the 40. Inside handoff coming right. Spins around 45 and spun out of bounds. And then Washington on the carry. And got a timeout called, or it went out of bounds, so the clock stops. 5:07 to go in the game. Tigers trail 33-18. At the Eagles' own 46-yard line. Tigers were able to get him out of bounds and stop the clock. In the gun, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 2 backs in the backfield. Snap back. Side handoff up the middle. The Tiger defense swarms the ball carrier, nowhere to go. So no gain. Washington on the carry. It'll bring up 3rd down. Loss of about a yard on the play.
And, of course, Tiger defense have stiffened up at time, played decent defense that time. And, of course, the Eagles still have some of the number 1 players out there. Look like they have a good death situation. Look like anybody that they put out could play. That was some of the Jason Holcomb type teams in that era. They had just anybody could come off the bench and play. And look like they're getting back to that.
So 3rd down and about 6 for the Eagles. In the gun, 2 backs in the backfield. Slot receiver left. Snap back, handoff coming wide right. Washington, 45, and brought down about the 47-yard line.
And, of course, since we're on the airways and, of course, Lexington people listening, I want to say good hello to some family friends, the Wearages. I know you're probably listening to the ball game. Of course, like we say, we go way back. So I'm pretty sure they are enjoying this game. Thanks for listening.
Among them, a former mayor, if I'm
exactly
thinking correctly.
Exactly. That's who I'm talking about. Know the family real well. Good people.
So the Eagles will set up to punt it away here. 4th down. There's a snap. Punt, not a kind of a low-line drive kick. Across 25. 20 out of bounds. He marked about the 18. So the Tigers to get the ball back. 33-18. Tigers trail 3:23 to go in the ball game. And it's 2-possession games, not an elder possibility, but the odds are very long.
It's very long. And the Tigers had punched into the end zone on that previous drive that they had that had looked promising. Of course, went for it on 4th down and just could not pick up the 1st down. That would have been humongous, would have been big. No telling what would have taken place in that situation.
1st and 10 for the Tigers from their own 20 in the gun. Play fake, pass over the middle is complete to Riley Riley Spears making the play for a 1st down to about the 35-yard line. A 5-star call was 1st down for the Tigers.
And, of course, I like this young man, Riley Spears. And, of course, he's...
Snap back, quick pass left side, incomplete on 1st and 10 for the 35. Bring up 2nd down.
One thing about the Tigers on offense, and, of course, I see it on defense also, they really have some hard-nosed kids. And as I said before, I like the way they spread the ball around. We call 3 or 4, 5, different receivers' name nightly.
In the gun, 2nd and 10 from the 35. Snap is back. Barczyk pass left side, complete on a hitch route. Brought down about the 40-yard line. Eric Shepard makes the catch. It'll bring up 3rd down at about 5.
Like the wild game is over in Cameron. Conley 45, Cameron Yo 40. So evidently they scored. Conley did in the waning moments.
3rd down at 5. Snap back. Here's a keeper by Barczyk coming right. 45 gets around the corner midfield. 45 out of bounds. Clock stops with a 5-star call was 1st down for the Tigers.
And, of course, other action, Academy 48-28 over Hillsboro. Gatesville 27-7 over the McGregor team. And, of course, look like the Taylor Ducks are going to win another football game. 41-12 over Robertson.
1st and 10 for the Tigers from the 45 in the gun. 3 receivers left. Snap is back. Barczyk goes deep down the right side, and it's overthrown incomplete. Looking for DeAndre Stevens down the right side. Eagle defenders wanted to push off flag against Stevens, but none coming.
Yeah, once again, no, that was just it's going to be uncatchable. And of course, what the defender did just kind of just blocked Stevenson's path to the ball, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, he has a right to be on the field also.
So it's second down and 10 for the Tigers at the 45. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Snap back to Barczyk, rolling out to his left. Sets, throws a pass left side, intercepted at the 45. Just threw it inside the receiver, and the defender comes up and picks it off. I think it was Kerr making the play.
Of course, once again, another Kerr there for the Lexington Eagles. And of course, these games go so fast with these offensive, with their high pace, with fast pace. I'm trying to say we don't have a whole lot of time to talk about any random things. I was waiting for the opportunity to ask you, were you into this UT Alabama hype that's going on in the game tomorrow?
Well, it's a lot of hype because UT's high-profile program historically in Alabama's is
Alabama.
Alabama's Alabama. They're competing for the national championship once again. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Handoff left scrimmaging from the 35, makes his way to the 37. Picked up a couple yards, and a timeout is called. But the Longhorns trying to get back into top-level status. And I'd say this as a Longhorn fan. They're trying to get back into that and stay into that elite status, but Alabama is, as I say, is Alabama right now, and so what I'm hoping to see is a competitive game. I think if Alabama's going to pull away, but I'm hoping to see the Longhorns make the battle into the fourth quarter.
I think it will be that. Also, I really do. I mean, I like listening to sports radio, and I mean, Austin is hyped up. They're talking about 100,000 being in the stadium, probably another 30,000 out tailgating. It's going to be a wild time in Austin. And what do you know about the horns down situation?
Oh, that's well, as a Longhorn fan, the whole they show the hook 'em horns and that the horns up and all that. That's a matter of pride. And frankly, when if the opposing team is showing horns down, to me that says the horns are already inside their heads. So
exactly. I mean, you realize,
but they're making a big deal about.
I see no big deal out. Yeah.
Officials are starting to throw the penalty flag for the horns down, and horns fans are like, oh, forget that.
I really don't see any big deal with it. Saban didn't even know about it.
2nd and 7. Here's the handoff coming wide left. The 40-45 flags down midfield and hauled down out of bounds. For the Eagles is Joseph Kerr. We'll check the judo penalty flag.
It was funny. They asked Saban, what did you talk to your boys about the hands down, horns down? And Saban looked like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
No, I have not. You have to see the video. I mean, the audio just doesn't know justice, though. But anyway, it's a lot of hype, though.
And a holding flag against the Eagles, so they'll come back. I want to remind you the fourth quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Alpha One Chevrolet Buick in Rockdale. Investing in Rockdale, investing in you. Providing transportation for the KRXC broadcast crew for all out-of-town Rockdale Tiger games. 2:02 to go in the game. Tigers trail 33-18. Yeah, the college game day is going to be there. The Fox Sports pregame show with college kickoff, whatever. I don't even know the title of their show, but they're going to be there. I think ABC's. I think Good Morning America had somebody out there.
That's what was really a surprise to me.
They have tailgates setting up in the LBJ Library parking lot. That's a good ways, several blocks from the stadium. Inside handoff and boom up the middle of Eagle ball carrier and knocked down. I think it was David in there got the big tackle there.
That's right. He plugged up the hole nicely, and wow, boom goes the dynamite.
Yeah, David made the play. Third and 8. And a timeout is called, 1:52 to go. A timeout brought to you by the Rockdale Tiger Booster Club. Tigers will be in the San Saba next week to take on Tuscola Jim Ned. Third down at about 8. 1:57 to go in the game. Tigers trail 33-18. In the gun, the Eagles freshman quarterback, Case Evans. Two backs in the backfield. Snap back. Inside handoff coming wide. Right, it's Bealey. Oh, looked like it. No, that's number 9, not number 8. Midfield to the 49 and brought down Dalen Washington for the first time. I thought it was just got a glance at the number, but it was 9 instead of 8. Dalen Washington, he has a first down for the Eagles.
And, of course, just wonder how many yards this guy have tonight. Sometimes it's difficult to try. You start out trying to keep stats, but he's got to be probably, if not over, close to 200, maybe. I mean, he's just got sheer speed and talent. I mean, and to go along with his speed, he has quickness also, and just fluid with it. And of course, Tigers have they have offensive players just like that also. Just got to just work on that defense and the tackling. Been doing a little better at times here tonight.
1st and 10 for the Eagles. A handoff up the middle. Pick up a couple of yards, bring up 2nd down. There's scrimmage from the 49, and the Tigers. Timeout called as a Tiger player. I think his helmet come off, so he'll have to step out. That's A.J. Sandoval. So timeout charged to the Tigers, so they'll come to the sideline with 1:07 to go. Tigers trail 33-18.
And in case you don't hear my voice in a while, some may be glad, though. I'm going to make my way down to the field and try to catch up with Coach. So I'm going to leave it to you.
Yes, indeed. 1:07 to go in the game. Tigers trail 33-18. Timeout brought to you by the Rockdale Tiger Booster Club. You're listening to Rockdale Tiger Football on KRXT. Stay with us.
Bossler Energy is a proud supporter of the Rockdale Tigers. The Bossler family has always been a part of Rockdale Tiger history. Their 3 children participated in Tiger and Lady Tiger sports, and Miller and Kathy are longtime supporters. Bossler Energy delivers the best solution for their customers' needs in the oil and gas industry. Just like the Rockdale Tigers, Bossler Energy is committed to high performance standards and family.
Any well-run organization has...
Back at Tiger Field here in Rockdale. Jay Davis with you, AJ Whiteside, making his way down to the field level. 1:07 to go. Eagles take the snap and kneel it down. That's not the last time it will be. Well, the match to snap it one more time to run the clock down with 57 seconds left. Tigers trail 33-18. They're going to fall short and fall to 1-2 on the season. Tigers just did not have a good showing tonight. Too many penalties and just hurt their cause. AJ. Sure. Yep, we are. Just want to make sure everything checks out there. AJ will make his way down to the field, and Eagles nail it down one more time. And the final 28 seconds will tick off the clock. Rockdale Tigers come up short. The Lexington Eagles came out with just made a strong showing and executed at key times. And Eagles defeat the Rockdale Tigers 33-18 is the final as the final seconds tick off the clock. 33-18, the Rockdale Tigers fall to the Lexington Eagles. Well, our post game is coming up. Rockdale and Lexington. You're listening to Rockdale Tiger Football from the Rockdale Country Football broadcast booth on KRXT. Stay with us.
Hello, my name is Jeff Johnson.